huge amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfect.
Oh, that was so slick! Again, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block.
There it is!
What a way to end!
Welcome everyone to Street Fighter League Pro US 2019 Season 1. I'm your host, Grip, and if you joined us last week for our draft day, you saw our 6 team captains assemble their teams from our crowd favorites and our online warriors. Now we get to kick off our 10 weeks of action with 3 team battles per day. Let's go ahead and throw it on to our casters, Vicious and Tasty Steve.
Welcome back, everybody, to Street Fighter League. My name is Vicious, and here with Tasty Steve. You already know what it is. It's week 2. We've done everything to do with draft day. We have our teams established. And again, for those of you that missed it, this is a 3-on-3 team battle exhibition with a very unique twist to it. We do have a character band feature. Tasty Steve is going to tell us a little bit about how it all went down.
As you can see here right now, this 3v3 format will go as follows. The first 2 players will play each other. Whoever wins will go to the bottom to await a potential winner. The loser eliminated. We will cycle through as follows. Player 2 will play other player 2. Whoever wins could be eliminated. The other goes on with the winner to await the potential victor if Team A can come back. And whoever gets all 3 out, that last remaining victor will be the winner of that team battle and will go on. And we said this before, this is a double round robin tournament, so these guys will get a chance to play each other again. And here are some of the prize listings for those potential winners.
That's right. The top 3 teams for Street Fighter League get that prizing. First place to $30,000 for the team members, as well as second place getting $15,000. And so a great amount of money for third place getting $6,000. But not only that, the top 2 teams get to advance into another chance of victory for Street Fighter League Season 2. These guys get to duke it out again, right? These guys get to really show what they're made of. And you see the teams already established from draft day. You have Team Gale, Team Spirit, again, NuckleDu and Justin Wong, and Team Inferno with Punk, and you got the rest of them. Team Storm with IDOM, Team Psycho with Toy, and Team Frost with Nephew. Best believe these are the guys to kind of guide the other players and see, to find that dynamic within each other, how the strategies come to play. And again, this is only technically the first week of the battles themselves.
Yeah, that's true. We just saw the team composition. We saw that draft last week. Came down to some really explosive battles, especially who came out on whose team. I mean, it didn't matter who won. It only mattered what the captain saw. And we got kind of a look into those captain strategies. We heard Punk say, well, hey, look, I want them to just bend the knee. Do exactly what I tell you to. And you got Nephew who just says, I just want the best players possible. Those strategies are definitely about to come into play here as we get into week 1 battles. I mean, this is about to be good. The team captains are really setting the tone themselves, especially with their players who were virtually picked last. I mean, Rob TV was one of the last players picked when it comes to, NuckleDu's team, and I want to know what their strategy is going forward.
Yeah, and we're going to see all 6 teams battle it out today. We have a specific format for you this week. Up first, we have Team Spirit led by Justin Wong going up against Team Gale led by Team NuckleDu. And the guys that make up that team for Team Spirit, for the online warriors, we have Psycho, and then the crowd favorite Brian F for Team Spirit, and then the rest of Team Gale alongside NuckleDu is Rob TV, as you mentioned, one of the online warriors who made it to the team, and then Shine, the crowd favorites. So you already know these guys are setting the tone for a really heavy-hitting match.
Well, I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen, who's going to go first. Like we said, that character ban is definitely going to come into effect right now. Who goes first to play? What character are they most afraid of? Like, these are the things, the questions are about to be answered the minute we get this figured. So
yeah, so these guys have already thought about who they want to set for their team structure, right? Who they're going to send in first, second, and third, as well as the character bands. Let's kind of listen in to see how they've begun to strategize before the games begin.
I think we're gonna ban Ibuki because they're probably gonna ban Manat because she's kind of lame with her box. So
definitely.
So your characters, guys, are gonna be safe,
right?
So you guys can play your main
other
character.
characters are free.
Yeah, you guys are gonna play your main character and all that good stuff. So
100%.
Yeah, so I think it's a pretty good strategy.
You're going to play Jury.
Yeah, probably Jury. maybe Karen.
I'll smoke his jury free.
Damn, that's gonna go on TV.
I mean, speaking facts right now.
Yeah.
He said we're probably gonna ban Manat because she's pretty damn cheap.
Yeah.
And she's gonna keep us out. So we ban Manat. Probably gonna play some other lame character. So we're gonna put you first against because they're most likely gonna put Psycho up. You know, you're gonna Washington Collie with Jury because you're not gonna expect that.
Yeah.
And then they're probably gonna put Brian F second because Justin's gonna try to carry.
Justin's definitely gonna anchor
But
the team.
Rob's gonna anchor, and then I'll take care of Brian with Cammy, and then you should have momentum because we're both gonna win. And then you have two guys.
Yeah.
These guys have contemplated for a full week. They had a lot of time to really think about their team order, who they want to ban as well. We're going to take a more in-depth look with Rip, and he's standing by with the team captains momentarily, right? So we're really trying to see what they're going to pull out, what kind of stops they're going to pull out to really set the tone for the team battles. And Rip is standing by with the captains to get that word.
Alrighty, setting up for match number 1 here. Justin Wong, your team, which character do you want to ban here? It's very interesting because last week on draft day, you were talking about this team specifically, mentioning the Giles and the Karens on here and thinking about maybe banning one of those. So which ones are you guys going to ban?
We're going to ban Ibuki.
Ibuki is not Guile or Karen, but interesting ban there. What character would you guys like to ban from their team, Knuckle Do?
I think we're gonna ban Manat.
Manat, target ban for Justin Wong. She's out of there, of course. Makes you a little bit sad, of course. But going forward, of course, ban's only one part of the strategy here. What is going to be your player order?
My player order is going to be Psycho first, Brian F second, and myself third.
All right, so Psycho, Brian F, and then Justin Wong without Manat coming up for their team. What about you guys?
That's actually the exact order we predicted. So we're doing Shine first, and then me, and then Rob TV as anchor.
All right, there you have it. Let's get ready, guys. It's about to kick off for match number 1. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it's going to be our first match of the day.
This is the path of my destiny. Dare you challenge the king? This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfectly.
Again, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh! An unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end!
Hey everybody, welcome back to Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. We've got our teams locked and loaded, ready to go. It's going to be Team Spirit going up against Team Gale. We had a little bit of an intro and a kind of an inside look of how both teams were kind of strategizing against each other. Justin Wong, not a lot to say, but you saw Knuckle do with kind of keeping their team poised, collected, right? Mentally focused. And we're already starting to go, right? We have Team Spirit on the left-hand side. It's going to be Psycho, their frontman, with Nikali. And on the other hand, you have Shine going with Jury. And I'm looking at him. He's got a slight chuckle on his face. He's definitely going for the Jury pick.
So we talked about this, right? Before anything, I said, hey, you know why this is going to be good for him? Because he has those multiple characters that he can play. And a lot of people don't know that Mr. Shine has a Jury.
Yeah, I mean, they also did go with that ban Ibuki. I mean, he could have gone to any other character he's used in the past. But the Jury pick, I think that was a little unexpected, right? We weren't really prepared for Shine's Jury. But let's talk about it a little bit, right? Psycho's looking forward to kind of spacing Shine out.
Ooh, gets the crush early on.
Again, already starting to set the pace here is Shine. Making sure Psycho blocks the mediums with a stand medium punch. A lot can come out afterwards to follow through from Jury, right? But again, I like the idea that Shine's kind of pushing the issue, going forward in the Nikali's face. Yeah, right over the V-skill and continuing that combo almost towards the stun. He checked him.
A gold bar. Fort Knox is in danger right now.
Yeah, this was only the first round again, but it's still best 2 out of 3 rounds, as well as 2 out of 3 games. So there's going to be a lot more information being thrown back and forth to both players. Again, being able to be so aware of Nikali's V-skills, jumping over it. So much damage, and locking him in the corner. That medium kick to kind of check. Oh, Psycho just bursting through.
And finally, something from Psycho. Spinning a little bar right there, EXDP, and still once again instantly Shine putting up a good fight using that medium kick as well.
Woo.
Gets DP.
Anti-air is always ready for Shine. Here comes that activation. No EX uppercut. He knew when to let it rip, but the meaties weren't had. Shine woke up with a stand jab.
Yeah, and that V trigger right there is actually going to get a full conversion on the combo. Almost done. Dashes up, tries to keep that pressure going. Use that last charge. Puts himself in the corner though. This is
not quite enough.
Wake up buttons from Shine. That's 1 round apiece. Yo, Psycho is he's scary. I like the fact that he's willing to pull the trigger on a few of these options, right? He's like, you know what? I don't want you to walk forward at all. He knows that walk speed from Jury is actually pretty good. Back speed's actually faster, but still.
Anti-airs are definitely on deck with Psycho as well. One thing to note is that he's very, very consistent with those anti-air approaches. And again, he's pushing Shine to the corner. He still found a way to press buttons through that pressure, get the critical art. Look at the damage on the board. Shine is looking to clean it up here. $3 shape up incoming.
Full CA spent right there just to get a lot of damage. Here comes Psycho. That's 1 scoop. Stand medium kick. Nice normal throw. Almost walked to the hard kick. Nice jump light to get out of there. Full combo conversion from Shine. Using the trigger.
There's too much scaling on the board,
Way
Steve.
Too much.
The wake up DP. It's still anybody's game here. Psycho gets his activation as well, getting a lot closer to it. He checks him with the medium kick. So safe. What a safe button to throw out there from Shine. Taking the first game over Psycho.
He actually was holding forward. Like, he was not blocking. I was terrified for him.
You're talking about Psycho?
Yeah.
He's just walking. He's just like, I can take this damage. It's fine. I have a pixel left. I'm going to take it. It's fine. So I like the idea. Kind of start off the play. Shine immediately kind of spaced himself out against Nikali. Jumped in when he thought the V-trigger was going to happen because he didn't react to it. It didn't even come out until afterwards. So he just went off of these reads to kind of set that tone against Psycho to make him reevaluate his decision-making when it came to V-skill. Because a lot of the times when we focus on Nikali, we want to build that V-trigger early.
That's the trade-off, right? A lot of people get Nikali that he has explosive damage, really good at changing the momentum of any match that he's in. Both of his V-triggers are good for that. I'm pretty sure Psycho not really expecting Shine to be as offensive, or I don't know if he's aware of the Jury pick was even coming from Shine. So that's another thing you got to think about.
Moving on to game number 2. Again, the first win on the board there for Shine. And this 2 out of 3 set per player, right? So again, Shine now a little bit more towards the mid-range game, trying to check with the medium kicks, and then got an interruption there from the stand jab
Yeah, every time that Psycho gets around zone 1, you see that jab come out. If he gets past that standing medium kick, he's going to jab him. And I think that range of control, that standing medium kick right there, playing a little too antsy, gets hit with that crush counter. There's another one.
Gets a disc guidance afterwards. Doesn't get to follow over with the meaty, but does get to build a little bit of V-gauge. He does have V-trigger on deck. And speaking of, Shine does get that conversion into V-trigger.
Needs to be really careful. Shine about to get CA right now. If he finds another hit, this conversion could be the round.
Oh, that could have been it. A slight drop there from Shine, but Psycho now on it, does have his critical art locked and loaded. Any confirm could actually kill Shine. Oh, the back throw just in range, just giving her that little extra distance.
Yeah, her walk speed is actually pretty fast. You got to be careful because she can cover that ground, and she definitely will throw you a lot of those times just to get her OP started.
That being said, Shine is at match point against Psycho. And look at this, playing the long range game just again kind of force Psycho a little bit more towards the corner. Gets the combo conversion.
Oh, that's going to hurt. And that corner positioning as well. Look at this knockdown. The stun is a factor. There's the activation off the crouch and beat. Did not get the confirm.
He didn't even try to meaty Shine. I think he was more aware or scared of the wake-up uppercut. But you know what? Shine now making his way back.
Stealing this round backdash. Oh, the activation. Psycho still in there.
Oh, he got the counter. That's what I'm talking about. That's the meaty he needed this entire set to set the pace against Shine, because Shine,
he's been waking up buns a lot.
Buns and uppercuts. You know what? Let him do that.
Yeah, getting that counter hit confirmed right there. Stealing the round back. Definitely, Psycho's going to need this round. He's going to need this round if he wants to stay alive in the set.
Oh, the jab DP to catch the angle right above the head. Shine waking up with EXDP once again. He's spending that meter to kind of reduce the pressure from Psycho, and Psycho's backing off.
Crouch medium kick. Activation on the trigger right now. Following behind that projectile, you see Psycho just giving up that space. No trigger active just yet. Spins a little bar, keeps the positioning as well. You see Shine pull the trigger on that stand medium kick. Whoa. He knows he wants that range. That's the end of that trigger. Gonna do a good chunk of damage here. Dash up, holding block. I like Psycho, just taking his time. I like the patience he's displayed. Ever since last week we saw him in that one game showing, you can tell he's really biding his time, taking it.
And he's doing it with a secondary character. Yeah, I like the use of the V-trigger there to kind of stop time and anti-air appropriately. But still, Shine is still pressing all the buttons through with that Fuhajin star.
Oh, the EX!
Not quite enough. He's gonna do it again. Oh, he baited the pinwheel, but it's not gonna
try to get the back throw. Still alive, Nikali. Oh, he doubled
Critical art is an issue. He could get him with the critical art. No, he tried to jump the medium punch, caught him, trying to get the okie doke, and Psycho gets eliminated from
Bro, my heart is beating so fast. I was like, what are you?
There was so many things that Shine had locked and loaded, right? He had.
That sucks. All right, my bad.
That's all good. Don't worry about it. He survived that.
And you could tell a little bit of frustration there from Psycho. Psycho had the right idea. Once he cornered himself in that position, it was a little tough to get out of. And we don't blame him, right? So.
Well, the V-trigger was very much a factor. We talked about how Nikali, when he gets that V-trigger, momentum changes. And you saw him just darting back and forth. He's like, yo, I need you to die right now. Yeah. That was the entire focus. The fact that Sean was able to keep so calm actually amazes me. Like, my heart was beating fast for him.
You couldn't see it, but Steve almost ripped my arm off. But no, I mean, Psycho did have the right idea as well. Once he built V-trigger, he wasn't going to force the issue. I mean, he wasn't trying to go off of a V-trigger, off of a normal, right? Mm-hmm. He was going to go off of either an anti-air or just activate full screen to kind of get that pressure going with that enhanced Nikali feature, right? But that being said, Shine is still going to be taking it over Psycho.
Man. That was the first one, huh? That
was only the first game.
That was the first game. That's how you know this is gonna be good. That was the first one.
Yeah, Team Gale is up one whole person so far. There's only 2 remaining in Team Spirit, and that's gonna be Brian F. Running up next. Pure fundamentals, this guy. He's all about Balrog. He's been using this character since day one, and it's one of the characters that is going to be allowed, actually, because, again, the ban pick from Team Gale was for Justin's Minot, right? So Brian's free to use whomever he wants. And just kind of remind you, the reason why you see Jury on your screen, or you did see Jury, was because of Shine's, the ban towards Shine's Ibuki.
So you heard what Knuckledo said, right? When he was like, well, we're going to ban this character. It's like, yeah, we actually knew that. So we're still going to put Shine first, and he's going to run Jury. And he got the W. So that lets you know how forward-thinking Mr. Knuckledo was as he comes up next versus Brian F.
And so he's been using Cammy a lot these past couple of seasons. And he does pick this character for specific matches, right? Because he does have a main with Guile. See how it works out. Brian F versus NuckleDu. Definitely one to check out.
Of course, like we said before, that definitely locks the character as you get a dive kick.
Oh, way to buffer that out. Medium kick caught the fierce from NuckleDu.
Oh, he did it right back.
Yeah, catching that dive kick at that angle as well. You don't want to press a button to contest. So NuckleDu does have the lockdown.
I like the check right there on the dash. You can still see Brian F still fighting hard right now. Life's pretty much even. We know Cammy does not have that much life, and Balrog does more than enough damage to get this game back in his control.
Oh, what a way to negate that approach there. And the delayed crouch strong from Brian F. He's going to go into the V-skill, connect with that target combo as well. Check the legs as well as NuckleDu moves back. One more touch. Brian F. can actually put NuckleDu down.
I love the space on the jump back air to air.
He understands the matchup. He knows anytime Cammy takes off into the air, he's going to do something safe. He's going to jump back jab to neutralize that pressure altogether.
Early trade, and you can still see NuckleDu still swinging at that range, trying to get control. It's going to be a big punish. Spin a little meter on top of it, gets the double dash right after. There's a back throw for retaliation, though.
Got the counter. Which side? Excellent blocks there from Brian F. But now NuckleDu put himself into the corner here. He's going to be blocking all the frame traps.
Block it right now. There's the activation on the trigger after crouching hard punch.
A little bit too high up. Does go for the V-reversal instead. Nice. Doesn't want to let NuckleDu get free pressure off of that jump in dive kick.
EX behind his mark. Tries to jump out. Brian F so ready right now. Looking with it.
Counter hit conversion. Crouch strong to fierce. And again, NuckleDu bringing it right back. Look how close he was. Brian F lost that entire lead.
1 round apiece.
Again, dive kick at that angle does give NuckleDu a way in to get his offense going. Caught, throw afterwards, gets a meaty. No, he didn't get the meaty in time.
Pick up target, gets the overhead reset on a spin meter, goes for one more, back to the middle of the screen, is still ready with that anti-air. Holding his ground so well. Man, Brian F putting up such a fight against Cammy with Balrog. This is so good. Dashes up, checks on the leg. He knows he's been trying to go for those just to confirm in the cannon drill. Not going to work that time.
Finds his way out of the corner. This throw is not going to be too much of a threat from NuckleDu, but again, going to crouch fierce and the V-trigger, whole different story, right? He missed the dive kick input.
And like you said, just instantly trying to contest in the air. He knows what happens. You want to get away from that situation. That was so sick. NuckleDu stealing that first game, that second round. That was so good.
Now, he caught that first idea where Brian F would do a very, very delayed V-reversal after the enhanced dive kick from Cammy's V-trigger, right? He knew how to punish that appropriately if he still had the meter. The first time he saw it, he's like, all right, I know exactly what to do. And you saw that adaptation made towards the end of that round.
Okay, dash up this time around. You see Brian F a little hesitant this time with the buttons, but still gets a great counter, that counter hit in the air. So forward throw. Fishing. That roundhouse did not work out this time.
What a great activation route as well. Knowing that that low forward hit can go into the uppercut and finishes the rest of it. I like using the meter early so that he build himself another one as time goes on.
Oh, tried to get into position for that anti-air. That gave Brian F one more chance to fight his way out. NuckleDu still in control though. Life deficit in favor of Brian F.
Again, I like the idea of Brian F trying to gain the offensive pressure. Finds the opening with the crouch strong. And again, at the blink of an eye, you can't stop that dash punch. And it leaves him in a very good scenario to not get punished and continue with offense.
I like how Brian F is calling out those walk forwards, maybe just to get in the range, crouch a medium kick for Cammy, which is one of those strong ranges, right? She has such a great walk speed that she's always going to be trying to vying for that spot. Ooh, on top of your head. Look at the damage. Just walk up, standing hard punch. Hit throw.
Dangerous spot to be, yeah. Activation off of that crouch fierce to keep Brian F in the corner. Found an opening for Brian F. Checking with the dash punch after that stand jab. The target combos are swinging!
Oh, there's a throw. All right, NuckleDu trying to fight his way back into it. Brian F needs to slow down. He's in control. Trigger's almost done, and now he has a chance. Takes the throw mid-screen. Gets baited, stays on the same side after the EX dive kick gets opened up.
Caught flinching, and look at that conversion too from NuckleDu.
Uh-oh. This right here, this could be it. This could be a very important win right here for NuckleDu. Team Gale. Just inching his way forward, and he knows Brian F wants to stop that advancement, so he's hitting a lot of buttons. tries to go for the reset once again. Like I said, NuckleDu's aware that he does not want to be in this corner. He knows that he wants to hit a lot of buttons, and he's using that to fish for those counter hits.
Oh, well, he found himself in the corner against the likes of Brian F. Now he's trying to keep him close as much as possible. Again, the activation, the confirm from the low forward into V-trigger. Excellent stuff from NuckleDu. Wait a minute, we might see some mix-ups. No, we didn't get the rest of the combo.
But what a confirm, though. I actually thought that was going to be really good. Went for the EX to kind of like bait it out, just a little too far under. Ooh.
The whiff punish from NuckleDu. Still looking at match point, and the classic 2 stand short, walk back, crouch strong.
So your match was more stressful than when I was attacking
You know, we saw what just happened, and he's immediately regretting him and his decision to tech at the very, very last second. You know, he didn't want to do it, but he had very little life left. You know, sometimes NuckleDu makes you kind of feel that pressure.
He definitely scares you. Like I said before, we've seen that matchup quite a few times now. We know NuckleDu has a firm control of the neutral, but Brian F. was definitely willing to challenge in that up-close game. You saw a lot of wake-up, stand jab, confirm in the target combo, saved him a couple times. Actually got him in trouble a few times because wasn't close enough to get the confirm for the combo. That switch shifted the tides on the side of NuckleDu, and that was a lot of times what happened at the end of those rounds. Just playing super solid, fishing for those lows in a lot of those situations, made him play a lot more solid and just inch it out to take it over Brian F. Man, NuckleDu's Team Gale looking really strong in this first team battle.
Absolutely, right now, yeah. You know, one thing I do want to note is the strategy outside of the game when it comes to the format, right? NuckleDu, think about it. He knew that they wanted to put Justin Wong up last. He wanted to ensure that he wants to get as most of the advantages possible. So he was up 2 whole games, right? Now he's going to be throwing up Rob TV against Justin Wong. It still could go either way because of that Monot pick, right? It might be Karen versus Guile. Who knows? But there's still 2 more players left on the field, right? If it was Justin Wong down to NuckleDu, it would have been like down to the very, very last anchors, right? You wouldn't know who would have been left over. So I think NuckleDu really taking the advantage of trying to set that pace early with those 2 Ws and not worry about the rest of the team. They want to get rid of him as fast as possible and just leave Justin Wong as the primary target. Falk, the Falk pick. I like it. I like this a lot. Okay, so I know he's dabbled with this character. He's talked about her a little bit and has streamed her for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
This is going to be tough to call.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we talked about the legacy of Justin Wong, and I'm going to tell you right now, he's more than well prepared to fight with Falk, especially he's brought out Falk in tournament before, so you know he's not afraid. And he's going to have a knowledge base because he plays Karen as well. This is good for Justin. However, Rob TV is no slouch. My man's got some hands when it comes to the Karen game. He knows how to control some neutral, if I do say so myself. And you can see him
already. He's trying to play the lane game. He's won a tournament with this character, Steve, the first month that she was out.
And he said himself, he said in his leader interview, I'm going to lane these guys out.
This is going to be so interesting to see as Justin Wong playing a whole different style of the lane game.
All right, V-skill early push to the corner, and this is not looking good. Like I said before, Rob TV really good at controlling that neutral.
Okay, yeah, went to the V-trigger activation. It's going to be a huge punish. Not quite the stun yet, but it's going to be spelling a lot of trouble. That's a big-time punish. He went for the reversal from Falk, that uppercut, with Rob TV, nice and patient. Nothing to really fear there because of that life lead.
Definitely true. That and you can tell, like, Rob TV with the Karen going up against the Falk.
That's a ton of damage. And the corner carry as well with the roundhouse Mujin. And I like that, just delaying the normals ever so slightly to kind of test Justin Wong how he wants to press the button. The counter hit and the stun. He gets to get the side switch. Crouch free, or no, stun. The percent hall.
His first game.
The chase down with the target combo with the air. Let's go, Rob TV. That was crazy. Good awareness.
Falk has trigger too. And Justin just taking his time. You can still see he's a veteran. He's been here long before. But this first game is looking really good for Rob TV. This is putting him on a path to a 3-0 just to get through the knowledge from Rob TV.
Does have the full shot charged up.
Justin still slowly getting back to this corner though. And you can see Rob TV really content with taking his time. Backing up, even though he was close enough to keep that pressure going. Backing up, looking for that steady hard punch coming from Justin. About 40 seconds left. Justin's still in trouble and still willing to just hold back in the corner. Finally finds a hit.
But it wasn't enough to really threaten Rob TV's position. Rob's still going to apply this pressure, and the punish there from Rob TV. It's going to be the first game in his favor. It could be team battle point right now.
He baited out the CA. Down, just walk up, down, back. Walk up, down, back. Justin thought he was going to swing. Gets off.
The swing buffered into critical eye. Yeah, he thought he was going to do it. It was just a little bit out of there. You know, he's taking advantage of the walk speed, and I don't blame him too. He's inching his way up, walking and blocking, and he took a lot of those charged down shots from Falk because it's chipping away at her life, but it's not going to be too much.
You see a small reset right there.
Over there.
Rob TV's patience is getting him so far in this set versus Justin.
Oh, no whip punish there from the V-skill. Justin Wong still got a little bit of damage there against Rob TV. Again, using these fierces now against Rob to keep him in check with his forward movement.
Look how much damage Justin has taken out just by holding his ground, playing his game, but finally Rob TV finds his way in. You hear that music change, that means somebody's in danger.
It's critical.
In this case,
critical time.
It's Rob TV. Justin trying to fight his way out of the corner, still has a V reversal, 2 bars of EX left, tries to fight back. Rob TV, here's his chance right now. No trigger.
Oh!
Spent 1 V reversal.
6% I'll spend that meter. Make her bleed. Forward throw once again. Meaty situation. Got the whiff punish. Stand fierce into the EX Orochi.
Did you see?
My God.
Knuckle hopped off of his chair. He looked like
Knuckle
a little kid
popped
right
off.
now.
I've never seen Knuckle pop off ever. That is crazy. That is so insane. Okay. Team battle point here for Team Gale.
Justin not looking good right now. If anybody can do this, Justin can. Still with a charge shot. Crush counter sweep. This is where Rob TV usually gets started. And you can see him making a lot of hard reads right now with big buttons, thinking that Justin's going to do something, and it's not working out this time. This round looking a lot better. Trigger on the table this time, though.
Yeah, huge life lead there for Justin Wong. He's a lot more active when it comes to forward movement, but as soon as he gets that life lead, Rob TV knows it's time for me to take action. Look at her bleed. And it's only going to rack up even further, Steve. Back-to-back throws. This could be it. 3 throws in a row. Another throw! He goes for 4. Rob TV, 4 straight throws in a row. Hashtag don't take the throw, Steve.
Don't take the throw. Don't believe the propaganda, folks. That's what they tell you. Don't believe the propaganda. 4 throws to knock out Justin Wong's team. That was a nobody won. That was a nobody won. Nobody on Justin's team won.
That was insane. You know, the adaptations made on both ends, it could have gone either way still, but Rob, as soon as he understood that Justin wasn't going to lay him out with normals and go forward, as soon as he walked backward, Rob was like, okay, it's time for me to take action. And he did so against Justin Wong. I'm sorry if we blew your ears out.
I want to know, I really hope we get to speak to Knuckle Dude. I want to know his mindset going into this. I want him to write this down. He needs to sell his theory to NFL coaches. That was genius. He said from the very beginning, he was like, yeah, we knew you were going to do that, so we're going to play this person versus this person. Go. And watch how they fall. Did you see Knuckle Dude? Young Knuckle Dude with the pop-up.
I've never
he almost
seen him.
knocked down the chair.
I have never seen him
over there.
Pop out of his seat ever in my life. From all the years I've watched him play, he's the most mentally composed person I've ever met. But when he saw Rob TV hit him, he flew out of that seat like his first time watching Street
He looked
Fighter.
like a proud dad. He's like, yeah, you did it.
That's my boy.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
I made this happen with my pick. See, that was excellent call there from Team Gale, but it's not over yet at all. Again, this is only week number 2. This is the first set of team battles, and it was the only first 2 teams. It was Team Spirit versus Team Gale. Let's take a look at the replay, how it all went down. Justin Wong had a commanding life lead with Falk, controlling the neutral with the big buttons, right? But as soon as Rob TV found that opening, boy, did he capitalize.
Every time. The first round, this round, was nothing but hard callouts, right? He knew Justin was going to try to play the lame game, and now that he has Falk, he knew the angles he was going to try to stop him from jumping in at. And the minute Rob TV found that jump in, the momentum every time swung his way. Look at the throws. This was the last round. Take the throw? No, sir. Not today. Never again, because it's already over. Man.
I think I need a breather on that one, to be honest with you. I really want to watch that back because that was a very, very excellently well-played game, and just the strategy behind it, even setting the formation up was a work of art.
It was, I'm telling you, man, It's like where you see something, somebody paints something on the ground, but you can't see it unless you get really high.
I
see the
that.
full
the
picture.
Full picture. I
the
like
full
that.
picture has been exposed to us right now, and it's going to be Team Gale, Knuckle Dude, taking it. I mean, what an exciting set to start us on our journey.
And it's
now.
only going to get better, Steve, as Rip is already on standby with the next teams to come up. And you already heard what we had to say about it. Let's take it over to Rip to see what the other team had to say.
Alrighty, guys, we are out here on the patio. I've got Punk with me. That was a fun match to play, to watch. Tell me, what is your CFN?
Take my throw.
I don't think that was a good strategy for Justin there.
What do you mean? He took someone else's throw. That was not my throw.
I suppose so. But obviously, Justin and them, did you expect them to get swept like that?
Not that badly. I don't think anyone got a round, actually. So that was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. Of course, you are coming up next. Do you have any concerns about your opponent and nephew?
No.
None whatsoever?
No.
Who are you most concerned about on their team?
No one.
There's got to be something you're concerned about. Are you going to sweep them?
Yes.
Yo, is nephew back here? Damn, he's not back here. Well, you're here to hear from Punk. He's ready. He's confident. We'll send him back to the desk.
He's a very straightforward man, Punk. I mean, like, he gets...
Straight to the point, man. You got to be blunt. Look, he said, hey, you going to sweep the team? Yes.
Yes.
Who are you afraid of? Nobody. Like, that's... You don't need any more verification.
I feel like that's the most intimidating person to have on your team or even, like, play up against. He's a very 0 or 1 kind of person,
He
right?
had a little pep to it, too. He's like, nobody. No, I'm not afraid. He was just...
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get it over with. Yeah, so that being said, Rip was also looking for the team captain, Nephew, who's the leader of Team Frost, who will be going up against Team Inferno. But let's take a look at the current standings, right? We have Team Gale in first. They were the first ones to play up against Team Spirit, leading the games here with 1 whole win over everybody else. And again, Team Spirit with 1 loss. But these guys are going to be playing twice over. It's still a double round robin, right? And up next, we do have Team Inferno going up against Team Frost. So the rest of these are going to be played out further into the day. Again, we're going to have Team Inferno going up against Team Frost momentarily. But before we do, we're going to take a quick break before we do that. So again, it's going to have a big battle going down. You don't want to miss it. Please stay tuned.
Objection!
Struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here. Leon! My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
Welcome back, everybody, to Street Fighter League. My name is Vicious, alongside Tasty Steve,
Hey.
and you just saw a giant beatdown from Team Gale, taking out Team Spirit to start off these 3-on-3 team battles. We do have on standby, we have Captain Punk versus Captain Frost in the team battle of Team Inferno versus Team Frost. I definitely said Captain Frost, didn't I?
Yeah.
Captain Nephew for Team Frost.
There
hey,
you go.
Listen here, we got it right. And I'll tell you what, these guys are already mentally prepping and strategizing as to how they want to set up their team order as well as their character bans.
As you can see here, we get this head-to-head matchup. This is the first match for both of these teams today. You can see Punk rounding out. I feel like Brawly Legs and JB, that's a really good team. He's definitely played with JB and against JB a lot, so it's really cool to have him on his team. I feel like that's an inside thing that he has. We've already talked to Nephew about his strategy and saying, look, I just want the best players possible. I feel like that's such a strong strategy.
Raw talent, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that says a lot about like his team and his comp. Like the fact that he has Dual Kevin on his team lets people know, like, well, he said he wants the best. He must feel like this player holds something that a lot of people don't. So.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, they're already kind of formulating, sitting, and they've been waiting a little bit. They had a week to kind of think about how they wanted to ban the players they had to play this week. So, I mean, we do have the opportunity to kind of listen in and get through to what they're thinking about, their thought process.
That's why.
What character are you?
I mean, whenever I sit down and play, who I play against, you know what I'm saying?
It just comes to your mind, that's it. Just play what you want.
Whatever pops up in the head.
All I know is my power is maximum, so it doesn't really even matter what I play. I just play what I want. It's Team Frost. Team Inferno beats Frost easy.
Oh, yeah.
We burn
fire beats ice. We burn them
so
down
it's
100%.
No problem.
Yeah, they get burnt down.
I'm gonna get burned for sure.
We're not banning Rashid, first of all.
Yeah, we can't ban Rashid because then that'll overlap on Dual Kevin.
Yeah,
That'll
like,
shut us out.
I think it's a good call. Because even, I think even if he, of course he has a bunch of other characters, but like, I'm even comfortable with playing against that kind of solidness that Punk is.
Yeah, yeah, not like that composure. I mean, you're used to that with your fighting game experience.
Yeah,
right?
with the versus series and everything.
Yep.
So like, I'm used to more of that than like the wildness.
Right.
I'm more willing to take that on.
Yeah, so if we can keep them under control, I think we can.
Yeah, I think it's a good call.
Yep.
Good call.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, both of these guys giving us a little insight into that the full team strategy, not just the leader strategy, right?
I mean, Team Inferno seemed pretty confident going right into it. I mean, Punk being the alpha that he is, he's just going to go head first into everything, really. Yeah.
I mean, but he has Brawly Legs who's like, yo, man, I don't care what happens.
I'm at maximum power, too.
I'm at
See,
maximum power right now. He was levitating. He was like, oh, wow. He's like, I saw the aura around him. He was like, look, man, I'm at full power right now.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I totally believe it. So we had 2 out of the 3 from Team Inferno really talking that talk, and then you had Team Frost kind of assessing who they would actually ban, right? They were kind of aiming that ban hammer towards Punk's Karen to kind of eliminate that giant threat because they feel confident enough to take on the rest of them. But now I'm kind of curious because Team Inferno didn't actually speak of any sort of bans, right? So who do you think they would possibly ban for that team?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, why not ban the captain's character, right? Like, I feel
That
like,
makes sense.
me personally, I feel like you're going to ban the captain's character because you have a very well-seasoned team, right? I mean, if you put that faith in your team, I feel like it's easy to say, well, I'm just going to ban the captain's character and make his team do the work, which kind of goes right against what Nephew said, like picking the best players to do these things. So obviously, they must feel like this team might not systematically be as strong as Nephew suggested it is. But then, as Nephew, who are you banning? What character are you going to ban for them? Like you said, it might just be Karen.
That might be the case. Who knows? But in order for us to solidify that decision and find out who's going to ban who and the team order, we have Rip standing by with the captains.
Punk and Nephew, Inferno versus Frost. I want to know what these bans are going to be like. Obviously, if I was going against this team, I think I would probably want to ban the Colleen. What do you think?
Nah, there's no need.
Wow, so who are you going to ban?
I banned the Kali, best player on the team, up to snuff. It's Nephew's team, but he should not be the captain. Up to snuff should be.
Your response to that, sir?
I mean, I think he's going to regret that decision, but we'll see.
Wow, all right. At what ban? I mean, obviously, when I look at this team, I think, Punk, he's top of the CPT right now. It's mainly his Karen. Last year when he wasn't using Karen, obviously, things kind of fell apart for him a little bit. So who do you guys want to ban?
We're going to ban Karen.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. All right, I like how this is going so far. Now, of course, ban's only one part of it. What is your character order, player order going to be?
Yeah, Broly Legs first, me second, and then we saved JB for last, the best for last.
JB, the best for last. What about your guys' player order?
First we have Dual Kevin, then up to snuff, then me.
All right, so Dual Kevin up to snuff, and then we've got, of course, Nephew himself. Match about to go down. Don't go anywhere. Street Fighter League continues after this.
This is the path of my destiny. Dare you challenge the king? This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfectly.
Oh, that was so slick! Again, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh! An unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to get locked and loaded with the second team up to bat here at Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. Again, it's only week 2, and we only have 2 teams already that played against each other. It was Team Spirit and Team Gale. We already have Team Inferno going up against Team Frost, and up on deck, you already see Brawly Legs going up against Dual Kevin.
Now, we talked about earlier, just before we went to that last break, we said ourselves that we wanted to see what the strategy was, and they said themselves they're going to send up Brawly Legs. Now, Brawly Legs is going to be going up against Dual Kevin, and the character bands are as follows.
Why are you whispering to me, Steve? Are you not as excited as I am?
No, because I feel like they can hear me, and I don't want to.
Oh, let them hear me. Yo, beat each other up, man.
All right, here we go. Chun-Li versus Rashid. I can't believe they let Rashid.
Yeah, so again, that band going more towards up to snuff, more so than the nephew, right? Hopefully it doesn't bite him at the end of all this, because Brawly Legs right now is already in a world of hurt against Dual Kevin, locked up in the corner. They're not going to let him out too easily.
There's that V reversal. Tries to spin another one, throws it, delays it just a little bit just to keep that pressure.
Anti-air,
Nice
the
mixer.
spinning mixer. He's not going for the normal, he's going for the mixer. He plays the game at an effective level. Dual Kevin setting the tone.
Okay, first round clean to Mr. Dual Kevin. All right, Brawly Legs needs to get something started. Another jump in, push to the corner already. Tries the reversal, EX spinning bird kick. It is not working out. Stun.
Not quite yet, just one more throw. Yeah, EX bird kick, why not do it again? Take those risks. Anti-air not there in time. You saw the startup of it. Dual Kevin can actually sweep it right up here.
Did you see the delay on the jump?
Good shit, man. Okay, just need one more.
Yeah, not a lot of coaching that really be had there. He did such a great job. Not much to be said, right?
Like that.
Oh, no. I mean, it's fine. Yeah. fine. I got this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. He's like, you know what? I'm fine. I got this. It starts it off with the neutral jump.
I mean, he started just fine in the beginning of that round, right? There were just two solid reads that Dual Kevin had to kind of get his momentum going. And you know the way Rashid operates, right? So once he gets his offense going and brings you to that corner, it's a lot harder to kind of retaliate against.
Yeah, a very momentum-heavy character Rashid is, especially with the recent changes that he's had. It really keeps it so he's in control most of that round. And you need to not let him snowball you in a lot of these situations. Speaking of snowballing, look at
Yo, let's go,
Legs.
Broly Legs. Yo, keeping him locked down. Dual Kevin.
Okay, there's the jump. Actually read by Dual Kevin. This time he's going to give him some offense starting. Reversal available.
There was a lot of blocks there from Broly Legs as well. You're going to expect a spinning break kick probably. No, not yet. He has such a life lead. He doesn't want to spend it.
Oh, gets the elbow. Did not get the confirm. That medium punch almost had him confirm.
Ooh, out the corner. I like that idea. That's going to be safe. He's going to go into the V-trigger activation. Sit him down. Broly Legs retaliating, getting the first round of game 2.
All right, round 2. Starting up. Broly Legs getting his wind beneath his wings right now. He's looking pretty good. There's the EX once again.
And here comes that forward throw from Dual Kevin. Caught him out with the stand fierce, going into that combo completion. A lot of life taken out. EX spinning bird kick. You had to see it coming.
Yeah, he actually finds his mark this time around. And I love the fact that Dual Kevin is just waiting. Try and bait it out, and Broly Legs is waiting even longer and still using it. Let you know how deep this meta's going right now.
I like that idea. Broly Legs wasn't ready for the anti-air. Instead, retorts to go for the V reversal instead. Nice pick up there.
I can't believe he stuffed the trigger activation right there. That was so good. Caught him before he was able to get anything started against the mixer. Tech to stay in the middle of the screen. Air legs. I wonder what he's looking for.
Just in case Dual Kevin just tries to advance forward as soon as he sees Chun-Li airborne, you know what? It's not even going to matter. Goes into the critical art. However, him getting this round brings him to a dilemma. He does not have the resources to start his offense off that freely going into round 3.
Well, if you saw the speed that Broly Legs was playing at with Chun-Li, he tried to keep the momentum the entire time. That first round felt so much more comfortable for him. Because of that, there's another jump in. And speaking of that momentum, here we go. Another
finds
wake
the mark.
EX spinning bird.
Oh, the early round off stuffing out the mixer there from Dual Kevin. He goes back into the anti-air version again. Tries it, and he succeeds. Gets the forward throw. Gets that corner carry as well. No anti-air. Goes for the V reversal instead. Broly Legs did have a hard time trying to anti-air the first 2 approaches in the air.
That was still really risky, though, because that was a jump in. And if he would have baited that V reversal, he could have just thrown him into the corner. Uh-oh.
Quick normals right on wake up, using that stand short to interrupt Broly Legs. Back to the fireball game, trying to find his way in. You know, Broly playing offense really took a toll on Dual Kevin. And now he's been playing mostly defense against Rashid, but still down to the wire. EX legs to open him up, sit him down. One more touch can do it, and he gets the stand jab.
Did you hear Broly?
Jab.
Did you?
Yeah, so I think more jumps. His beauty is be reversing your jumps. So just jump, wait for you can throw him afterwards.
Yeah, just grab the V reversal. She's like doing it every time.
Yep. Come on, good.
Pretty good observation there from Team Frost going back into it.
Yeah, like I said before, especially in that corner. Need that V reversal. The rest of the team saw it. Let him know, like, hey, man, he keeps V reversal. Do not let him get away with that as we start this next game.
You know what's kind of funny? Broly Legs kind of heard them say that. He's like, you know what? I have been. Like, what are you gonna do about it? I thought that was pretty funny. You didn't. I don't know if you caught that. In fact, I thought that was pretty funny. He's like, yeah,
I definitely did not hear that. I definitely did not hear that. Uh-oh, back throw. Momentum. Shifting once again. Good patience. Activation off the crouching medium punch. Confirmed by Broly Legs.
Overhead, great block there from Dual Kevin.
Oh, wow.
Oh, big activation there from the stand roundhouse. Continues the combo. Not enough to seal the deal just yet. Fires with EX legs. It's not punishable, but
he is done. That is because he got chipped out. Using all those V reversals means he's not going to have meter to stop and reversal the CA, and that's what's going to get him this next round. Dual Kevin still in control with the chip out. That's why you see the C up there.
I see what you did there, Steve. Again, a lot of the times, Broly Legs, when he had the advantage, he was playing offense, right? I think his offense is fantastic. Right now, it's just playing defense against Rashid has just been really troublesome for him. He hasn't had any sort of start to his gameplay. Dual Kevin with the conversions, man. One more for stun. Wake up, jab.
He did it twice. Okay, he's gonna get him out of the corner. I like the flip just to get that positioning back. Dual Kevin content with blocking. Still not letting him get away with that pressure, though. That that standing hard
Oh,
punch
big
punish.
time punish incoming. Brawly Leg spent the meter. Not going to get a lucky situation after that.
Oh, just to get through, and that's going to be it. Dude, Kevin cleaning it up.
Really, really good.
Those shifts in the momentum really, really made a difference. You saw
Absolutely,
where Broly Legs made his adjustments. He said, you know what? I need to be a little more offensive. Do not let Rashid keep this in control the entire time. Let me fight back. And that's what changed that last game. I mean, nice adjustments by Broly Legs, but even better adjustments by Dual Kevin to take the set.
Yeah, there was a really great adaptation as well. Just Dual Kevin not really taking to the skies as often, where you even had to use that strategy. You kept the game grounded. And I know Brawly Legs, he's like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing it if you stop me. So I think he was expecting a little bit more of that air approach. But that being said, Broly is now eliminated in this team exhibition for this specific battle, right? The team is still very much so in it with Punk and JB remaining. I believe Punk is up next for Team Inferno. The team captain, this isn't the first time we've seen the captain go up, not as Anger, but just as the middleman, right? So this is the second time we've seen this happen. And now Team Frost sends up to Snuff. And we do believe that Nikali has been banned for Team Frost, and Karen has been picked for banned from Team Inferno.
So I think this is really good for Team Inferno, right? Because he said himself that he feels like Up to Snuff is the best player on that team, and he says we're going to take that character away, which is really, really smart. I mean, now they're down a game right now, right? So having Punk go up to potentially take this game back could put them right back in this race. So I feel like that was Knuckle Dude's strategy. I also feel like that's Punk's strategy, and Knuckle Dude won that first team battle. So I feel like you got to go with 3-0. 3-0, and this is going to keep you close. This is going to keep you close. Having a leader in the middle, if you're not sure, or even if you are sure, you have that much faith in JB but being behind you, then why not go in the middle?
I mean, we'll see how it plays out. You know, Nephew does want to send Up to Snuff to kind of test his wits against the, I want to say, Punk's secondaries, right? Punk definitely has some secondaries.
He has a lot of secondaries.
You know, he's played a plethora of characters. He said so in his interview. Wait a minute. Oh, don't do that to me.
You never know. I mean, it's not selected just yet.
I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. It's a very, very strong character. Okay, cool. We got the Akuma pick from Up to Snuff. Nephew giving them a little bit of word of advice right before they get into it. Again, these are all 2 out of 3. And Punk with the Cammy pick.
This is we've definitely seen him play Cammy in a few matches before, and not even just in this kind of format, but in just regular CPT tournaments. So I'm sure he has more than enough knowledge to play this character and win. Up to Snuff, having to switch to Akuma because his character is definitely banned.
Yeah, same with Punk as well. Both characters not playing their mains at all. The jump in, reacting to that fireball, dealing a ton of damage, and that corner carry as well. Found a low forward to find a push his way out after that fireball.
Okay, what a whiff punish. Wakes up, must have been holding for it, gets clipped. Ooh, wow, he almost had him with that shimmy right there.
I like the call out here for Punk, even though he got
good activation.
The positional advantage, he's going to back away to kind of force Up to Snuff to make the errors, and he does so. Not quite dead.
I like how he just snuck under the air fireball. Up to Snuff playing really confident, just fighting back in the middle of the screen, but slowly pushing Punk to this far corner.
It's going to be a real tough uphill battle for Up to Snuff to climb, right? Now that he's no longer got V-Trigger to find his way in. Oh, yeah, Punk is going to spend that bar any day of the week.
And you saw him even walk back in between the fireball before hitting the EX to get through it. Walks up.
Nice tech. Excellent tech there from Up to Snuff, but a dive kick connects, finds the mark.
Still awake, spends a little meter right there to control that neutral more. Trying to force Punk to jump right now. He wants him to spend some of that meter. Because this is getting dangerously low. Akuma does not have that much life. Good
what a check there from the neutral jump. Using that back strong, such a great hitbox. Great answer for anti-airs.
Ooh, crouching lead punch. Answer back, gets the 2-hit confirmed.
Gets a forward throw, not much of a threat. I don't think he was close enough to the corner for her to get a meeting.
The jab, nice check on the jab. Crouching light, confirming the combo.
Crush counter, doesn't get to follow through with it. Had V-Trigger on deck as well. There's the activation we expected. Oh, wow. Just enough of a gap.
Probably looking for the EX to get through the fireball, possibly.
Don't throw any more fireballs. There's critical art on deck for Punk. But any confirm for Up to Snuff can actually kill Cammy as well. No.
Oh,
no way!
Wow, Dave, you're dead. You're dead. Oh, wow. Oh, even though Dual Kevin, like he about to write a letter to the president, like, yo, that was the most godlike confirm I've ever seen.
Dual Kevin has seen some mix-ups, has seen some things in his day, but I don't think he's ever seen that kind of reactions from Up to Snuff.
Yo. Ooh, that was
some, and the whiff punish, all the momentum from Up to Snuff right now. Punk might be feeling the pressure.
Wow, Up to Snuff. This made my heart rate go up a little bit. Nice
The
check.
confirm, low forward. Let's get this throw. Back to back, don't take the throw. Oh, he got the medium kick again. Getting the uppercut afterwards.
Light kick, tries to go for the tick throw. In and out, that medium kick. EX in his ankle.
Oh, and he got the confirm again off the low forward. Team Frost looking very strong, and Punk with a very interesting smile on his face.
Medium kicks. That's okay. He's trying to tag me and then do a tiny step back, so I go forward and go further forward. I need to walk a little bit further. Excuse me. I need to walk a little bit further than I'm comfortable with. So if I am not doing that, just tap me. Go. You got this. Good thing.
Yo, Up to Snuff sounded like a scientist
He's
over
a
there.
gentleman and a scientist. He even said excuse me when he had the hiccups.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. This guy's good.
This guy's good.
Oh, just jumping in right on the fireball, just like the first game between these two. A way to start it off for Punk, and he hits a jump in on his own.
Small delay right there, possibly threw Punk off. Okay, there's the raw activation.
Oh, and it clips the rest of it. Okay, yeah, no meaty stuff he had. He got a little bit eager on that one. Dashed away too far up.
Just to get right behind it. Still more than enough trigger. And I like what he's doing right now. Forcing movement, gets the air fireball just to slow him down. Makes him spin the rest of that trigger. Nice check with the jab.
Oh no, the drill couldn't catch anything because that was an air fireball, while still in V-trigger.
Getting tagged with that crouching medium.
What side? That was very difficult, and I don't blame you. That was a very, very tough scenario to try to block. It could have been an EX uppercut from Up to Snuff. That could have happened, but it did not. So Punk narrowly escaping death, getting the first round of game 2.
You look like you could have dashed to the other side on that air.
And it was super ambiguous. It was a complete left-right mix-up.
I could not tell. If he had dashed, I definitely would have got hit. V reversal. Okay, Up to Snuff in the corner right now. I think Punk has found a way to slow Up to Snuff down. Notice he likes to walk forward with that
And he's
crouching
still
medium
checking
kick.
with it. Oh my, yeah, the confirm from Up to Snuff has been critical here.
He was talking about how he knows Punk does not want to fight up close on the ground, so he says he's going to take a step forward. But right now, Punk's Cammy, he's going to have to get through again.
Oh, tons of damage as well. EX uppercut, he's not afraid. He's setting that example early, and he's going to uppercut through it using the time freeze on the V-trigger.
Punk looked right at him. The minute he hit him with it, he looked over at him like, don't you.
Just be a little more patient. Me? Okay.
You can kind of see the tremors there from Up to Snuff. He knew he had it in control, and just those two big reads from Punk, using those EX uppercuts to neutralize that pressure, really changed the pace there.
I love how he's using Akuma DP in this matchup. So many good conversions we've seen so far. That's what got him that first game, the target combo.
Yeah, that fierce conversion, getting it this time around. Speaking of, yeah, got the confirm. Punk swinging him back into the mid-screen.
Back throw this time, trying to get him with that medium kick just to get something started. Didn't work out. Standing hard punch after the throw in the corner. Punk not taking any steps forward, finally finds a mark. Bunch of damage on the table, wake up activation.
That's still, yeah, you still are able to punish that. It's about -5 going into that V-trigger from the uppercut. So Punk definitely knew that. Went for the safe option to jab and then into the DP to build that meter.
All right, going into the last round. You can tell Up to Snuff slowing down. Just a tad. Listening to the coach, listening to the captain, to the tech, and this is already looking a lot better.
Oh, no conversions up. Crouch strong, could have got a medium kick after that. Oh, the neutral jump does find the mark as well. Punk stuck in the corner. Nice patience there from Up to Snuff. Not a lot of buttons thrown except for that fierce.
Yeah, spend it, gets the EX.
Crouch strong, such a good tool as well. It's always going to leave you at a plus scenario.
Oh, wow, that was so sick. Back to the corner you go. Punk tries to go for a throw. It's the DP, he's in control. Challenges that walk back from Cammy with the medium kick, still ready with the tech right after.
No buttons pressed until the last second. Up to Snuff with the defense.
No crosscut though, back into the corner. He can get the side switch, but it doesn't even need it because that is a down character. We're going to the final round.
I think throughout this entire day, this has been the only time it's gone to the final round. I might be wrong. There's just a lot of excitement going on. So
really good matches so far. Especially, like we said before, one of the most dynamic things about this.
Uppercut! No, he could have missed the anti, or he did miss the anti.
One of the most dynamic things is the fact that you don't have access to your main characters. This is all about what you know with the entire cast, or at least your secondary. Punk finds a hit in the corner.
That was a very deep dive kick. Up stuff, still pressing the safe button, crouch jab to kind of check the approach from Punk.
I'm really surprised at how comfortable Up to Snuff is playing out of the corner.
The one time he tried to contest the throw.
That was a really good fireball.
Ooh, no.
Okay, this should mean a lot of damage. And the side switch. Okay, this is good. Knockdown.
Ooh, that might have been a demon.
As soon as I said, oh no, he read that last time. You have to be really careful. Anything for Punk is going to do it right now. He takes the entire screen to walk back. EX, and you cannot do that. That's the thing. A lot of people get to that range. They try to throw an EX fireball to control and try to trade, but they still take the damage from that jab.
And there you have it. Yeah, I was feeling myself just a little bit too much, you know? And you have to, though.
You have to. Look, we've been in a competitive world before. We know what it's like. If you get that W, you got to take that rightful air to yourself. Be like, you know what? I am good enough to get this match. Power through. Use that confidence to get through the rest of it. But unfortunately, Punk making those adjustments, slowing it down just a tad, and eventually taking that whole match away from my boy Up to Snuff. I mean, like I said before, playing in the middle as the captain is actually really smart. It's really smart because, and I actually did, because now he has tied up the set. He's effectively tied up the set, and he has JB, a very strong player, to go up behind him and try to close out this set.
That's right. So we do have, I believe, JB from Team Inferno, part of Punk's team, going up against the team captain of Team Frost. We have Nephew, and he's going to be using that Colleen pick, right? Because he didn't get his character banned. He was deemed the strongest player of the team and the team captain, but not according to Punk. So we'll see. I mean, they might have to play each other if JB happens to fall to Colleen, or to Nephew's Colleen, excuse me. I might as well call him Colleen.
Right, you might as well.
He does it really well, right? So.
Well, that's true, and the format is coming into play right now, right? So let's just say JB does fall. They have one more chance with Punk to close out this team battle right now, and Punk is already excited. He's already looking over because he's biting at the bits like, I can't wait to get my hands on whoever is left. But JB can make it whole. He can take this for Team Inferno right now if he can beat Nephew.
Yeah, just to kind of give you a refresher, Dual Kevin did eliminate Rolly Legs, and then right after, Punk eliminated Up to Snuff. So it's down to Nephew and JB. Here we go. Rashid versus Colleen, as expected.
I wonder if they thought this was going to come down to this. This is a very important match. This is a very important match. Can be closed out right now by Team Inferno if played correctly. However, Nephew not trying to go down quietly. Here we go.
A lot more patience there from JB to kind of test out what Nephew wants to throw out in the neutral, right? Because Colleen's Stand Fierce is one of the tools to kind of watch out for. It's the most dangerous moment in the game. It's memed out a lot, honestly. Let's talk about watching out for Colleen's Stand Fierce.
We talked about this a lot before when you were playing this character about how good some of her normals were, and nothing has changed.
If anything, she got better with that V-trigger too, right? It got touched time and time after each adjustment, but it's still a very, very strong tool to not only add on to combos, do extra damage, but kind of close the gap as well. There it is, yeah, off the Stand Fierce, the most dangerous woman with a fierce.
Okay, no anti-air.
Nice check there, but the Fierce, the crush counter Fierce as well.
The reset stays on the same side. Okay, standing roundhouse.
Eagle Spike can't do much about it. It's enhanced.
Rashid getting a little space. The overhead, and after the trade, that's going to be the round for JB.
I like the defense at first from Nephew, but it's so hard to kind of keep track of that overhead just in case. He tried to contest it afterwards, and the trade-off not benefiting him at all. JB getting the first round. Nice check there from the roundhouse.
Rashid has so many buttons that move him forward, right? And I feel like that's kind of a problem for Colleen to deal with because of stuff like this. You get spinning mixer, you have to be careful of that neutral. No, big punish right there. There was a chance for Nephew. Now, once Colleen gets her trigger active, she definitely gets a movement.
What a backdash!
Uh-oh.
In the forward throw again. A lot of trouble for Colleen. Oh, he got baited into the throw. And there's the Fierce again, the activation into V-Trigger 2 as well. Does spend half of it to kind of rearrange herself out of the corner. We'll see if he can make the most out of it. Nephew gonna get chipped out by the critical R. JB setting the tone early.
That'll win.
Yeah.
Not a lot to be said for the team captain, right? Nephew was just completely locked in, and JB got a little bit of advice there from Broly Legs. Let's see if that matters going into the next game here. JB looking to try to sweep things up over Team Frost.
Yeah, fighting his way, trying to fight his way out of that corner. JB V reversal finally. Go forward in the mixer. Ooh, throws the reversal. The EX reversal on top of it. Nice chase.
What a punish there from JB. Yeah, using that forward strong to kind of cover that distance away. That's a stun!
Ooh. The dash up thinking he was not going to take the throw. That was the right guess. JB with the strong, the medium punch. This match looking like it's about to come to a close for Team Inferno.
If Nephew does happen to fall to JB, we do have Dual Kevin still up next, and he's going to be going up against Punk. We'll see what happens if Nephew can find a way back.
Oh.
What a bait. Yeah, the roundhouse, the crush counter, going for the full combo. He's going to go for the reset, or yes, he is. Yeah, activation of the V-Trigger. EX spinning mixer, get off him.
He's always got a chance to get out if he has meter. You have to be aware of that, especially if you're fighting Rashid. Yo, Mega Man jump over it, still gets caught in a tornado. You got to hide in the basement. I'm from the Midwest, I know. You can't jump over a tornado.
You don't want to contest anything.
Exactly.
Back in the EX Parabellum, does get the knockdown. The setup, same side, great block from JB, but gets opened up immediately after. One more touch for each player can lead to a big sequence. Possibly death. Nice anti-air. Back throw.
Wow. EX gets clipped. He didn't mash it though. He could have got more hits. Right back. Power to jump.
The forward throw, and it's just enough to send Nephew out of the team. The own captain taken down. It's all up to Dual Kevin.
Now who picks order? Like who goes next?
I don't know.
You can just let JB go next.
already picked.
Dual Kevin.
Oh wait, he's the only one left.
Yeah, he's the only one left.
By default, since Punk already played his matchup, since it goes in a cycle, he has to go back in rotation. He's the one that's going to be going up against Dual Kevin. JB does not stay. It's not a winner stays on kind of play. He has to go back into the queue.
You have to play the order. That's what we were talking about earlier. And that's how this format works. But perfectly in Punk's favor. Made the correct call, put himself in the middle to keep it even, and now JB keeps them the stronger of the two teams right now, and now it's going to be up to Dual Kevin, who won his match versus Broly Legs.
And you gotta expect, right? Dual Kevin coming in with Rashid. Punk has had a lot of matchup practice with the likes of his teammate JB. They've gone back and forth, even outside of CPT. They play each other on the daily, right? So you can expect, Dual Kevin to feel a little bit of that pressure. He's going up against one of the strongest CPT competitors Street Fighter V has ever seen before.
Well, look, man, Punk is definitely no slouch when it comes to anything, especially when it comes to Street Fighter V. Second place at EVO, able to contend with some of the best in the world and still represent the...
He is one of the best in the world,
And still here giving everybody the ones and twos, showing people why he's the alpha. But what is Dual Kevin going to do? He's going to have to go up against the Cammy. And we saw what Punk just did with his Cammy. We know he knows how to control the neutral. He knows how to stay on the ground. And he knows how to collect himself, as we seen from the last match. This is scary.
I do have to admit, though, when he played up to snuff, there was a lot more adaptations to be made, and it took a little longer from Punk. So I want to see if Dual Kevin's playstyle, the way he controls Rashid, can make an impact towards Punk's decision-making.
A lot of respect being played right here.
Nice confirm there. Being able to confirm into low forward, into spiral arrow with Cammy, not the easiest feat off of stray hits, but if you're able to do it, you could tack on a lot of damage and corner carry.
That's what you want, right? You want to have your opponent deal with how fast she can walk, how much of the momentum she controls, and not being able to hit buttons up close. Even a character like Rashid has to be careful versus Cam, because if he gets knocked out, he's still going to be in that same situation.
Gets the confirm once again, gets the side switch as well with the back throw, but doesn't get a meaty off of that. That's the kind of downside of Cammy's throws. He's not really able to get much. And that was a very deep dive kick to continue the combo, but corners himself. Dual Kevin wasn't ready for the whip target combo and pays for it. EX spiral after the crouch strong for that extra damage.
And if you see, Punk is not like overextending at all. He is keeping it compact. Just answer back. Okay. All right, now you can see Dual Kevin getting a little more conscious of that space that Punk wants to control. He switches back to the medium
gonna be a
kick.
big time punish. Yeah, all the time he tried to keep him contained with that medium kick. It wasn't working out because Dual Kevin, he was waiting to kind of punish that, like to jump over and expect a misinput from Punk.
You see that delay right there for the EX just to catch him? Medium kick, there's the activation.
Out of there.
And gets the side switch. Knows that he can't be reversal. This is going to push him all the way to the other side of the screen. Knew he was going to hit a button. Answers back with the DP. Punish.
Oh, big time punish. That's going to give him the round. Dual Kevin catching that slight mistake from Punk. Punk with still a pretty decent smile on his face. He's like, okay, I like that. I don't want it for free.
Oh, both tried to throw. Dual Kevin holding
big
back.
Big time punish from that block EX spinning mixer.
Trying to fight his way out of this corner. This is not a good place to be in. We've seen what Punk can do. Tries to shimmy him. A challenge from Dual Kevin with that crouching jab.
Fishing a lot with that crouch fierce, making it more evident. He wants to hit that probably into critical art if he can. But Dual Kevin, not going to give him that chance again.
That range that he's playing at, just to keep Punk locked down, is so good. Speaking of
critical art, yeah, it is going to kill. No James
that is
Chen
definitely going to kill.
100%. Yeah, Punk going in for that smooth conversion. One of the best tools in the game, just going into the crouch strong twice over, spiral arrow into critical art. Easy confirm for Punk, getting that game over Dual Kevin.
You can see a lot of respect being played, though, even by Punk. He's not challenging a lot of some of these situations, and he knows that he likes to control the neutral.
He's glaring daggers over at Dual Kevin, just to kind of see his reaction. He's the kind of guy that likes to engage in psychological warfare.
Oh,
read
yeah.
off of body language, right? He wants to see any sort of weakness.
Oh, nice. Knows that he was going to try to get past that jab, switches to the medium punch, and that's going to give... Oh, wow.
What a check on that view reversal.
He's been so good with consistently hitting that standing arm. No buttons. There's the activation. Finally finds his mark.
Ooh, EX spinning mixer the other way. Again, back-to-back the anti-air. He doesn't want to give Punk a chance to even dive kick, but, you know, no meter, he's not going to be able to do that again.
Still a little EX left. There's a throw.
Hashtag don't take the throw. Dual Kevin's going to fight it out with a button.
Standing medium kick, that's a good tool for Rashid, especially a lot of people are afraid to hit buttons at that range. Dual Kevin taking that round. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid to hit buttons at that range. So that standing medium punch, the moves that Rashid uses to move him forward are so good in this matchup as well.
And again, that dive kick perfectly spaced as well. Catching Dual Kevin off guard. He couldn't even anti-air. It's just so difficult to, right? Having Cammy in the blink of an eye attack you with that dive kick. Let's check with stand short as well. Spinning mixer out of there.
Dash up, gets to throw. Dual Kevin in control. Ooh, the overhead.
Enhanced dunk.
Defense so solid from Punk.
What a whiff punish. Yeah, he's a lot more aware of the crouch fierce this time around. EX uppercut. No stun left.
Needs to be careful, needs to guard those legs. You see Punk instantly go for a crouching medium kick. Forward throw. Ooh, that was, I thought he was gonna dash up again. Punk thought the exact same thing, put a button out there. Dual Kevin blocks it.
Doesn't spend the V-trigger.
Wake up, stand light kick. He didn't need to. Ooh, he spends it that time.
Punk with a slight smile on his face again. He's like, yeah, of course I was going to do that. He had the enhanced uppercut, right? It's going to be 3 frames, and he doesn't have to spend that bar for that invincibility while he's in V-trigger.
Ooh, that medium kick once again, like I said before, a good tool to control that neutral when you know they're going to try to get past that standing jab. Crouching medium, that standing medium punch.
What a buffer.
Okay, forward throw.
Lockdown, yeah, continue the combo. Gets the stun as well. It's going to be a good amount of damage, but it's not going to be a kill just yet.
Ooh, delay a little bit, walk up jab. I like how collected Dual Kevin is. He's legitimately just sitting there like mulling it over. He's like, what do I need to do to change the outcome right now?
He's definitely been in high-stakes situations a multitude of times in his game of expertise, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Not over just yet.
Oh, that's a perfect. Yo, Punk has turned it on.
Hold this hot dog.
That was a pretty. I think it's like a record round here at the studio for Street Fighter League, right? So far, he's setting the tone. Okay, I like that. Dual
Back
Kevin
to the
kind
corner.
of walked into that normal to kind of force Punk to make that error.
Stuck in the corner. Punk taking his time. Activation off the crouching medium kick. It is blocked.
Yeah, that's what you got to be aware of. Is as soon as Cammy goes airborne, you can expect that dive kick.
Gets the jab. Confirmed into the mixer.
Out of there, yes sir. Doesn't want to eat any sort of pressure afterwards.
Defense solid from our boy Dual Kevin.
Using that whirlwind shot as the offensive opener.
Finally stopping that offense from Dual Kevin. Now he's dashing up into the space. Ooh, and that's why you don't dash up into that space.
He's actually one back throw away, and he gets it. That's the. It's a
psychic. What the? How'd you know?
Easier to pick up brainwaves when you don't have hairs.
Oh, okay. All right, Professor Xavier over here. Let's go.
Down to the final round between these two. Here we go, 1-1 piece. You see that on the top of your screen, but it's still down to the wire here. Punk versus Dual. Kevin gets the confirm. Locking down Rashid, but no, he's gonna wake up EX spinning mixer.
Okay, EX dive kick stays on the same side. There's a throw. You can tell the momentum is picking up for Punk. About half-life already going, a little gray life on top of it, and just cashes out, gets even more damage. About 35% left on that life bar over there for Dual Kevin. He needs this round.
A lot more active with standing medium kick to kind of control the pace against Dual Kevin because he likes to move forward. Yes, sir. EX spinning mixer, great anti-air option to stuff that air approach.
Trigger available essentially for both once again. Ooh, tries to get the throw back dash. Nothing comes out for Punk. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, he's not going to spend the critical art. He went for the uppercut extender. Dual Kevin does have V-trigger on deck, though. Oh, and he mashed it out. He went for it. He didn't believe in the string. Wasn't going to give him the chance.
Yo, Kevin, you play well, dude. You play well. You play well. Honestly.
He did have no chance at that after that 3-5 punish.
Hey, big respect to Brawley Legs. He said you played very well. I don't know if that was like a.
I don't know if that was a troll or a dig or like a subtle like good games, you know, like
one of those like verbal jabs. Like, hey, you tried. You tried. I don't know. I couldn't tell at this point, but he, he meant it.
Regardless, the W going to Team Inferno. Punk coming through. We talked about even when NuckleDu made the decision to put himself in the middle and what it did for the team. And now you see another way for it to go where Punk brings it back, keeps the team in the game, and then closes out the team challenge and makes sure Team Inferno moves on to the next leg of this tournament. Team Frost going down.
Yeah, and that's going to be the score going towards Team Inferno. Is 3-1 for those of you keeping track. They're on the board now with one win on their side. Team Inferno doing a pretty dang good job adjusting to whoever they threw up. Up to Snuff was pretty close as well as Dual Kevin. Big ups to them for really proving themselves as the online warrior and the crowd favorite, right? I kind of want to know more in depth about what the other teams had to kind of, or what they felt about that matchup, because I know we have Team Storm going up with Team Psycho coming up after this, but I kind of want to know their thoughts towards the gameplay. We have Rip outside actually ready and waiting to talk to him about it.
Alrighty, guys, I'm here with Justin Wong. First of all, Justin, tell us what happened. What happened to your team in that first set today?
They got lucky. If you watch the match, right? Shine scrubbed, Psycho out, which
With
is like,
Jury.
well, he just did random medium punch out of nowhere, like he was plus, right? And then Dude definitely ran him out. Brian F was outplaying him, and then Rob TV jumped me out of nowhere. So it's one of those things where it was just unfortunate.
Do you regret picking Falk?
No, I don't regret picking Falk because I know Dude didn't want to fight my Falk, so he's scared of my Falk.
So you're going for the long play, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out in the long run.
Yeah, of course. And of course, Punk now, successful there, played a little bit crazy.
Punk definitely scrubbed Dual Kevin out. Dual Kevin outplayed him the whole time, but I mean, it's 2 out of 3. He was up like just another person, right? Because JB would have came for the third game anyway, so that's why he did the DP.
All right, and tomorrow you guys are, or next week I should say, you guys are actually going to be playing against Toy's team. So what are your concerns about that team?
Toy's team is actually pretty scary because all 3 are really good. I would say they're like all 3 are like super landmines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Toy, come over here. next week you guys got to play Justin's team, right?
Yeah.
What are your concerns here? Are you concerned about Justin? You're gonna ban them or not?
Yeah.
I think he might.
I don't think he's banning him or not.
I think he might.
Huh?
Who am I gonna ban?
I feel like you're not gonna ban me.
Wow. Just find out. Just find out. Like I can't tell him beforehand. Like he's the master.
We're gonna find out next week. But before we get there, you gotta play against IDOM's team next, right? You ready for that?
Oh hell yeah! I mean, like IDOM doesn't have a character,
I could tell you
so like we're okay. we're okay. We're not worried about that. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna move the ball around, play some defense. We're not gonna make any stupid penalties, and we're just gonna make shit happen.
There you go. Back to you guys at the desk.
Playing soccer.
Get in there, move the ball around.
I like how Justin guessed the wrong sport. Also, is gonna play soccer. Listen, I like the attempt, but overall, okay. So I am a really big fan of Toy's confidence going into it. Right, he's gonna be the leader of Team Psycho going up against IDOM, the leader of Team Storm. Right. It's going to be pretty wild. We have a lot of characters here that are character specialists. I mean, they only have one character. We're going to see how that plays out with the character ban rule, not just now, but shortly after we take a look at the standings here. We got in first place Team Gale with NuckleDo, currently with that standings because of the amount of wins they had per their teams, right? And then in second place, Team Inferno with Punk as captain. You see in the bottom there, the teams that played against those other teams. Team Frost with Nephew, we just saw, and then Team Spirit getting 0-3 against the likes of Team Gale with Justin Wong as their leader, right? But we have in store the last two teams to play it out this week for the Street Fighter League. We definitely want you to catch this. It's gonna be a really, really hype set. So that being said, we're gonna see what teams pick their order and which bans are gonna be happening in just a few more moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more action.
Objection!
Struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
Citywide outbreak. You are advised to take shelter at the police station.
Anybody here?
I don't like the sound of that.
We're getting out of here.
Leon!
My mission is to take down Umbrella's entire operation. They're secretly making bioweapons.
Count me in.
Available now for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Rated M for mature.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here at Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. See, I'm already excited because these guys have been talking non-stop trash. You know, speaking is very hard sometimes. I'm gonna give it to you straight, man.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah.
But we already have our next two teams set up already on the stage, ready to play, and I'm kind of excited. I mean, we have Team Storm versus Team Psycho coming up right now, and these are the two captains. You can see Idom going up against Toy, and these are two, for me, I feel like these are two of the next generation Street Fighter players. Like they said, these are two guys that I look up to. I like to see where they land at any tournament, and the fact that we're going to get to see both of their minds collide in a strategic fashion among 3 players is going to be good.
And so what's really interesting about the team dynamic for both ends, right? All 3 of the team members are character specialists. Now let's take a look at Team Storm, right? We have Idom, a Laura specialist, Samurai, who does have a Ryu. He had a Ryu in Season 1, but emphasizes most of his focus on Akuma. Haven't really seen him play any other character. And then we also have Classico rocking that Urian, right? Now let's turn over to the other end of the spectrum, where we have Team Psycho led by Toy, a Bison specialist, El Chakotay with Armika, and just a kid with that Jury. So there's going to be a lot to think about when it comes to the team order as well as the team bands.
Well, when you say that, I mean, that just means you have to take out the strongest player, right? You have to stop the strongest player's character. You have to say, well, look, who's going to be the biggest threat, and who do we feel like we can personally take out if push comes to shove? So look for the strongest player, or the perceived strongest player character. You're not going to be able to play with him.
But they'd also have to call the set or the order correctly, right? Because that's a really huge factor. We saw that evident in the first set we had with Team Gale versus Team Spirit. Let's kind of take a look at what these teams had to do to prepare themselves for the set.
I think they're being held back. I mean,
yeah, and they got no Bison. I think you gotta take them back to school, bro. Take them back to school. I think so too.
they don't stand a chance.
They ass.
I mean, that's an impolite way to say it, but yeah, they're ass.
Oh, yo, item.
Yeah, bring that bald head here, Mike. Yeah, I heard you say
there. You may as well hit random select, dog. You may as well hit random.
I gotta win, bro. Come on. I'm kind of hungry. You know what I mean? It's dinner time. You know,
Item.
Team Psycho, you can't read us.
Item.
Let's see, man. Let's go, man. Let's go.
You know, we play fighting games, right? We play fighting games, but there is nothing more disrespectful than calling somebody purposely the wrong name. Hey, Vicious, we're gonna body you, bro. You suck.
That's messed up. He wasn't even strategizing. It was just like, hey, you. Get over here. All right, all jokes aside, it was a little intimidating, right? But I'm really curious to see how they're going to play this out. You did mention that they're going to go for the strongest person available for the character bands. We'll see how that actually plays out with Rip on the floor with both captains.
Oh, man. That was some interesting trash talk from you guys out over there, Toy. Nicely done. But Idom, I got to ask you, man, this team has some very interesting characters on it. Which one do you guys want to ban?
We're going to go with banning Bison.
What? Bison, Toy taken out of the equation. How do you feel about that ban? Do you have a secondary ready to go?
Oh, bro, I'm the best birdie in A. So I have nothing to wear. What was I look for? Best birdie in A. What is your secondary?
All right, Toy. How about your ban? They have an interesting selection of characters as well. What do you think you're going to ban here?
Oh, Laura. No doubt.
So now that your Laura's banned, your secondary, he's got a birdie.
I mean, why would you ban a bottom 10 character? That's a waste of a slot. That's stupid.
All right, and of course, player order, very important here as well. What do you think?
We're gonna go Classico, me, and then Samurai.
Samurai saving him for last. How about you guys?
That's gonna be me, the homie Just a Kid, and Tay's gonna be the anchor here. Meek all day, baby.
All right, sounds pretty interesting. Of course, this is gonna be our last match for today, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Street Fighter League continues after this break.
This is the path of my destiny. Dare you challenge the key? This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Huge amount of prize money on the line. Baby, let's go!
The jump in was perfectly.
Oh, that was so slick. Again, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block!
There it is!
What a way to end!
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come down to the final team battle of the week. We already have geared to go Team Storm versus Team Psycho. Again, these guys have been talking a lot of trash before we even got back to this, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to play out. Steve, what are your predictions here?
Well, we saw what they like. Part of that trash talking was neither one of these guys is going to have a character, right? Everybody only plays one character in this instance, or so we believe. The illusion has already been set, right? So whatever character is banned, I feel like I said, they're going to be aiming for who they feel is the strongest competitor, and after that, we're going to see how strong that secondary is. I feel like this is going to be a very touch and go kind of set right here.
You know, I couldn't share that sentiment any more than you could, really, because I'm very curious to see how both team captains are going to go with their current picks, right? They can't play their main characters. Toy did talk up a storm with that birdie, but we'll see what happens. And then Classical going with his tried and true Urian play. We'll see if he steps it up from last week where, you know, he had a little bit of a rough start. He was the crowd favorite, but he's made it here to represent the Midwest, the Chicago scene, right? The Midwest movement. We'll see how it plays out. Team Storm, Team Psycho, first game. Here we go.
And Toy was talking about this. He said, hey, best birdie in A.
And just looking at the track record, I think Toy has more experience under his belt than Classico does, but it seems like Classico doesn't give a damn about it so far.
You can tell he does not care, and he's really confident in his matchup. Already walking birdie to the corner. Well, we stunned this man.
All right.
And you can hear Toy said, okay, all right, you know what? I may have...
Oh, the reset! Okay. I flinched.
If he went to that other side, that would have been a problem.
Oh! Classico, nothing but serious business. You're not allowed to jump over that fireball from that far away. He knew about it, and he had that V-skill active. It still was going to trade if he came in with an air attack.
And this is what I was talking about. I said this during week 1. Classico potentially going to be one of those players that comes out unscathed. He's going to be so strong.
Ooh, line him up. Other side, and I like that. He's taking that risk. It was going to be that activation. There's a punish. So missed on the table from Classico. Oh, he said, you feel me? On the anti-air.
The medium punch anti-air. Text to throw.
Oh, that was a very
chop this man. Oh, really close right now to closing out.
Oh, finessed! Can Team Psycho weather the storm? Yo, Classical setting the tone.
Everybody gets one, right? That's what they say?
Yeah.
All right.
Just run it.
We good.
We good. It's a warm-up. That's why it's 2 games.
Yeah. Button check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right,
Make sure the button's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, Steve. I mean, like, it feels like there was a little bit of like a matchup knowledge, just a little bit, right? Because he's caught with these jumps multiple times. Classico has been setting him up with that same bait, the fireball into the, ooh, okay, changing it up with the medium kick in the air. Stopping that headbutt midway through.
Ooh, wow. That tackle just completely whipped right in front of him. Classico still hitting buttons. Good punish.
Okay.
He tried to get over with the EX. Not gonna work out.
The V-skill is active on Classico's side. That's the armor, yeah, using it through the headbutt. That's gonna be a plus advantage situation.
Okay. Dash up, EX headbutt finally shows his hit. Finally!
Oh, the overheads, you gotta block high for that.
We saw what happened last time. He started trying to jump over those.
No, you're not allowed to do that. You have to walk and block that in this matchup because Birdie not only does have like a slow walk speed, but a very floaty jump.
Yeah, the situation, and Classico knows that he's falling for it consecutively, so he has no problem backdashing to that spot and just start shooting fireballs.
And I like that idea. He's going to stick to the game plan. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It's a very smart strategy from Classico. Again, that's majority of the damage given to Toy from this matchup.
Yeah, V-skill in this matchup is really good for Urian, especially because he has a projectile. So he's going to keep going at full distance, make you jump over it, and if he chooses to, he can back up, potentially start fishing for that V-skill again.
And I like that, keeping it ambiguous. Classico going for the EX tackle instead of relying on that fireball tactic. He's going to get that V-skill up. Toy's trying to walk his way towards Urian here. He knew. He even called it out. He said he jumped. He's like, no!
It's the body reaction, man. You can't stop yourself. You say, hey, that's a projectile. I can get over it. Activate.
Agent Reflector coming out. He still got clipped to the low. How is he going to block this?
Oh, he is not guarding his legs. Classico, I think, sees it. Now he really needs to be careful. We saw what happened last time. He's just waiting for him to jump at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a good interruption there from Classico. He's going to take it over Toy 2-0.
What's up, baby girl? It's all good.
Classico.
All right, it's all right. All right, it's all right. All right.
It's cool.
Okay. All right.
It gets mad awkward, dude.
Mutual respect.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? Team Psycho, their game plan this entire time was to just see Idom secondary. I think that's the W for them, and Idom with the slight smirk on his face is like, you know what? I'm going to show you a secondary. If he pulls out a godlike secondary, I'm going to laugh so hard.
You better hope
guys,
that I really hope that he don't OCV no, but you can't. He cannot win. This is what happens when you say, yo, he don't even have a character.
It's like that moment. Stoop Kid's going to leave his stoop. He's going to get a secondary character. He's got a secondary character. You know, I have nothing but utmost faith in Idom, really. I hope I don't eat those words later, but the way he understands the game, the way he plays the mechanics of this game, he plays it very well, right? He plays the mix-up games very, very well with the likes of Laura. I'm pretty sure he can apply that same mentality to some of the other characters that have those kind of mix-up tools in their arsenal, right?
Yeah. Playing a character like Laura, especially in Street Fighter V, it's a little different than the other Street Fighter games, right? You have to play a little more vital. You have to be a little more risky. Laura is that character, right? She has that chance to mix you up and kill you, but the state of the game makes you afraid of her a lot more than most, and that's where he thrives. However, it does not mean there are no other characters in the game. Birdie versus Jury, that's going to be the match.
And I kind of respect that from both team captains, right? Their secondaries are Birdies, because Birdie has been a lot of the talk in the current meta of the Season 4 of Street Fighter V, right? Birdie getting a lot of different changes, more positive changes, but big surprise, Idom's not using V-Trigger 2, which has been...
yeah, that's been the point of contention, saying that that's one of the better reasons why Birdie is so much stronger now. Like, he's always been good, but look how much stronger he will be because of that trigger too.
Oh, big time punish there from Just a Kid. He knows the matchup very well. You see him already trapping Idom in the corner, kind of stutter-stepping his way through because he had Fuajin locked and loaded, and Jury's fireball is slow and steady moving one too to kind of move forward.
Oh yeah, it's very much like a boom. You follow behind it a little bit. Doesn't go full screen. Uh-oh. EX gets the command throw.
Let's get the punish on that slide as well. Did get changed in Season 4.
Like I said, just
big time punish. I'm gonna build it up for critical art.
I don't blame him. Take it, get it right now, establish the lead. That's just damage. Oh!
Doesn't get the full punish. Idom gets another chance at life. If he gets in and gets EX headbutt, we're popping off.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Soon as he tried to use the V skill. Full charge V skill, answer of her own. Jury. Oh, wow.
Okay, that was a very ambiguous jump in. I thought the anti-air was going to happen.
Just a kid. And this, like I said before, another one of those players that will not be, he won't be hurt by character loss because they're not going to focus on it. They're not going to focus on it.
What a check. That medium kick button is so strong from Jury. Oh!
That was kind of quick. That was kind of quick. I don't know what that was.
We have to make sure our buttons are good. We want to make sure our directional inputs are correct here.
Oh,
Yo, she walking out.
What's up? Okay, yeah, ready? Yeah, ready? Okay, ready for run back? All right, let's go.
I could tell if Toy was popping off over at the team, and then it faded away, and it looked like he was just looking at the screen.
I think so. I think he was just more excited about seeing the action on the gameplay.
The damage corner already in favor of Just a Kid.
The damage and the corner carry is pretty solid on Jury. And being able to use those normals, those far-reaching normals to buffer into the pinwheel is really great. Excuse me, it's not the pinwheel. Excuse me.
Oh, the cartwheel.
That's right, the cartwheel.
There's the activation once again.
Oh, yeah, he waited. This guy plays like an old man.
All right, there's the activation.
Yeah, that's going to be a full punish, and he's going to get critical art on deck. He's going to have to use it. No, not at all. You know how many full legend kicks that was? He even spent 1 bar. Great awareness from Just a Kid, sending IDOM all the way to match point right now. He has to make it happen if he wants to survive here.
Once again. And those cross-ups coming from Just a Kid have been so effective.
Big time punish, yeah. The entire team yelled at us like, yeah, big time punish. Okay, no conversion there from IDOM, gets a straight hit and then backs away.
Yeah, blocks the target, but nothing big. You see IDOM just taking his time. But he's still trying to control that corner and keep Just a Kid there, but just slowly inching in and out of that corner, and full CA on top of that.
Ooh, the overhead. That's the activation route. Yeah, Just a Kid catching IDOM from way back. It's an air, that was slick. Good block there from IDOM as well. Activation. Up chain.
Look how slow that V-Trigger 1 goes down.
Oh, the conversion of the confirmed Just a Kid is just too good. He plays like an old man, got the reactions of a youngin.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh, you don't play him.
That's it. That was a dope secondary, man.
Didn't I say that was jump ready?
He said that was a dope secondary, man.
Man, that's so rough, dude. IDOM, I feel like he's like the nicest guy on the planet.
He is,
He doesn't
man.
deserve this verbal abuse. He really doesn't. My heart feels for him, honestly, because I love watching his Laura play. And it's part of the nature of the game, man. This ban rule, it's you got to prepare for it.
Well, that's why secondaries are so important. That is the reason. The name of this game, especially this Street Fighter League, is having a secondary that's able to contend with everybody else. We spoke about Classico not going to be hurt by a character ban because you're not going to aim at Urian. Salty Kid, same way. He's not going to be hurt because you're not. Just a kid. He's not going to be hurt because you're not going to aim at Jury as a character, and that helps the team so much more. You're initially just taking out the threat and just wiping out the rest of the team.
And we're going to see if, speaking of wiping the rest of the team, the last member of Team Storm is actually Samurai going up with his Akuma, his main character, and he definitely has the potential to possibly reverse this streak that Team Psycho is going on. But we'll see what happens. You know, they're gearing up, ready to go.
IDOM had the craziest smile when we looked over. He was like, yep, we're still in this bad boy.
And I like the pick, honestly. And you see there, that stare down, the Zen focus that Mikey has, kind of mimicking his mentor, Tokido, get himself mentally prepared for the game. But he's going to be going up against the man who took down Tokido at SoCal Regionals, Chakotay with the Mika. We'll see how he handles the mix-ups.
I know we said there would be no counter picks, but like when it comes to this matchup, this is really, really scary for a character like Akuma.
I agree. There's a lot of options that Akuma has when he goes airborne, using that meter to kind of initiate his offense. Mika has all the answers for that. And when it comes to command grabs, Akuma can't take that many, right? Because he has lower end of the health spectrum for majority of the roster, or compared to majority of the roster, right? And here we go. It's going to be a 2 out of 3 set here. Team Storm trying to survive while Team Psycho is up 2 whole players. Oh, that's right. No, Classico is very much so in there. He actually, I'm sorry, I saw Toys Birdie, and I thought it was IDOM. So it looked a little similar. You know, I got to say, Classico, yeah, he's on the board. I lied. All
right, dash up once again, and look at the pressure being put on. Tried to teleport out, get Brimstone. There
he
it
teleported again. He wasn't afraid of it.
right back to that corner, though. Medium kick, side switch.
What a confirm there from Samurai off the medium kick. Here we go, getting his offense started. He found the interruption, but it paid off for Akuma.
Okay, V reversal.
I like him just walking back to kind of prepare himself for the command grab, just in case he were to come after the jab on block.
Patience, really good for Samurai. He's gonna need it right now. We spoke that he cannot take too many more hits. This character Akuma is not made to take damage, but he can give it.
Not quite there just yet, though. Nice throw break at the last possible second, too. Nadeshko coming in hot. What scenario? And Samurai uppercuts through it. He understands the situation, and he took the perfect risk to put him up in the first round.
Yeah, that was really scary. He went for just full-blown DP. If he had blocked that would have been a problem, though. Okay. Really smart anti-air right there. And backdashes after that block. Red fireball. Stand medium punch. No conversions. Okay, Irish whip.
Kind of just chasing down EX uppercut. Samurai could have ate a ton of damage, but it paid off. Catching Chakotay off guard. Nadeshko assist coming in.
Okay, that's one.
Uppercut. Lady Mika's 3 of them.
Trap out. Gets the confirm and the side switch as well. Demon flip into slide, and he's backing up a little bit. Still getting tagged by El Chakotay.
He walked up so far, and Chakotay only managed to hit him with a couple of shorts, but definitely not out of it just yet. 2 players remain on both sides. I know I mentioned it incorrectly, but again, just to kind of refresh your memory, 2 players remain on Team Psycho's Just a Kid and Chakotay you see on the screen. And then for Team Storm, you have XK Samurai playing against Chakotay, and then Classical on the left hanging in there as well.
Just inching forward. Knows if he can get this momentum started, then it's going to be a lot harder for Akuma to slow him down.
That medium kick hit so far away. Caught the buffer as well. All right.
There's the splat. Get this crush counter sweep. Side switch as well. Brimstone. Yo, the tech.
He was still in range for that as well. He caught the teleport on the way out. Chakotay was ready for it. Nadeshko with the assist. EX uppercut out. I like that decision. Why put yourself in the blender?
Not a bad gamble, especially right there. That could have been the match right there. Jump in, fierce punch. Oh, you are D-E-D dead. Ow.
That's a lot of damage. And so much range on the EX giant swing. Chakotay with that reset, getting the first round of game 2.
Oh,
okay.
That was so smart.
I like the idea. Samurai was ready for the anti-air, except he changed the trajectory with the splash. Chakotay getting the mix-up. Stun City, he's going to get it. That's the damage and the stun. He might actually perfect Samurai here.
EX.
One more way.
Fort Knox, no. No gold bar. Gonna use it to get out of their backdash. Gets clipped by the red fireball, and that V-triggered DP needs to be careful. Out of the... Ooh.
The Nadeshko coming in hot.
The double. The double drop kick.
Drop kick. All tied up here, 1-1. And I really like the character order both teams put, because this is the kind of matchup we wanted to see how Chakotay fights up against the other Akumas in the nation, right? We've seen what he can do against Alexa Tokido, and I kind of want to see, I know Samurai has studied that matchup before. It's really interesting to see these two finally duke it out.
What a whiff punish. Another. Air to air. Same side still. Just test him with a crouching medium punch on that recovery after the jump.
Oh, what a whiff punish there. Stand medium kick. Didn't get a lot of damage out of that. I don't think he was sure of it. He got the red fireball instead.
Oh, wake up buttons. Didn't get the combo for the Irish whip back into the corner. You know that's what he was looking for. I know the life deficit is very scary, but that trigger, that V-trigger one for Mika can drastically change the outcome of any match. Especially versus Akuma. Like we said, he didn't have that much life.
Can we expect a call for full? No, not a call at all. Samurai taking advantage, dashing up and throwing Chakotay, putting Samurai at match point.
Akuma's playing this range. Chakotay's, Samurai's playing this range where he knows that Mika's going to have to try and dash in and get something started. And he's checked it every time in that last round. Okay, side switch. Oh, no,
I like the escape option. After that plus scenario from Akuma with crouch strong, oh, the incoming airborne fierce. The reset, EX uppercut again.
And it was definitely EX command throw right there from Chakotay. Still fighting to that corner. Confirm into the trigger activation, dash up, or knock down with this Dragon Punch. The palm. Neutral jump.
Oh, the exchange, not quite enough. Just a pixel. The instant air. Jab. Oh my gosh.
Better respect the God. She plays all mean. Talking all that smack. Talking all that smack about Mikey. Still in this, baby. It ain't over.
Yeah, I like the faith from Soy. We still in there.
I've never been more proud to be part of awkward moments. Like right now, like standing on that, being a fly on this wall of them, be like, "Yo, man, you suck." I'm like, "Wow, that's wow."
You should have seen the verbal abuse flying from both ends of the team before we even went back up. It was all friendly banter, but it was really funny. These guys are really creative when it comes to insults. But I'll tell you what, that's gonna put Team Storm in the lead right now, a 2-man lead over Team Psycho's final member with Just a Kid, Jury. He's going to be going up against Classico's Urian.
Now, if we look back at the match that we saw from him earlier in his Jury, he seemed like he was almost unstoppable. Going back to the fact that like you're going to take out the largest threat on this team when it comes to skill-wise, and they already made their choice. They said no Bison. They said they stopped. Mr. David Ruffin himself to say, hey, man, you can't pick Laura as well. And I feel like that's what made it a lot more even. Now these other players, they get to shine a little more. You get to see what they're thinking. You get to see how their gameplay unfolds comparatively.
Yeah, and going beyond all that, you know, Classico and Just a Kid have played each other multiple times in the same areas as well as online, right? They're both pretty, I would say they're good friends, honestly. They've played time and time again online through net play as well as like some of the locals when they would travel to each other. So I kind of want to see what it's going to be like between them, not on paper, right? We know what kind of matchup Urian and Jury is going to be like. Jury very much so underrepresented, but does have the normals to kind of keep the neutral in her favor against the likes of Urian, right? So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, Classico. Put the team on his back. I like it. I wonder what's going to happen now. We got projectiles, but we still have Jury. She can V-skill. He's going to let him get that power up first. What's going to happen?
Does have the V-skill to kind of go around the fireball game, and she can store her own kicks as well, which has a fireball combo extender as well.
All in all,
all
in all, I feel like INOM's team is still really well balanced when it comes to skill. I mean, having somebody like Samurai in there as well, really, really good. And Classico just having his Urian and being at full strength is something that not a lot of teams have at their disposal.
Oh yeah, he's been powered up since he got to the studio.
Just holding, trying to hold his ground. I thought he was going to keep blocking, but this offense.
Ooh, that was so far!
Slowly adding up, and now he has the life lead, just taking away. That crouching medium kick somehow gets behind him, and there's a throw from Jury.
V-trigger locked and loaded. Yeah, you can expect that activation from Just a Kid. He does have 2.5 bars. We've seen him convert into critical art when he builds it. He just might do the same. No, he spends the bar for the pressure. Oh!
And just walks out of it. He takes that chance to use V-skill. No more jumping. You have to be careful right now.
Didn't check the dash on the way through. Just a Kid might try to attempt that as well.
I like the anticipation right there. Sweeps try to stop the forward, but still in trigger to cancel into it. Follows behind it, baits out the EX headbutt. Life dangerously close. No meter on the side of Classico. Tries to go for the throw.
Missed it. Just a Kid barely missed the throw, and the back throw kind of caught the whiff throw instead for the punish. Oh, I like that. Yeah, just in case it wasn't a headbutt, he's going to do jump back jab anyway. Options to land.
There's a throw. Crouch medium kick. Trying to fight his way out of this corner by keeping Jury at range. Keeping her at bay. Just a Kid gets in, but oh, what an answer with the EX headbutt. Classico fights his way back to the middle of the screen.
Oh, what a check there from Just a Kid. Just the neutral jump roundhouse kind of check Classico. He was going to anti-air with a headbutt.
Full meter for Just a Kid. Spins a little bit Classico for that EX tackle. Able to jump in the knees. I didn't even see him coming. There's the activation on the trigger. The first mirror out.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of damage or setup. Oh, he missed the meaty headbutt, but he still gets the back throw. He does have V-trigger. He might have gone for it after the roundhouse if he got it blocked. Big punish.
Ooh. Just a Kid.
He had the Fuajin stored up.
Kind of upset how cool he looks with the samurai hat on. Oh, EX spinning it already. And now offense, the name of the game for Just a Kid. Classico down backing really close to this corner already.
Oh, again, such great spacing from Classico and awareness to get that headbutt charge. Anti-air jury.
One of the things Just a Kid does better than most is he likes to keep a charge in a lot of these instances. Spin CA, that's gonna hurt. Rah! Wow. Barely alive.
Oh, the X headbutt! All the risks are gonna be taken right now from Classico. V reversal out of there. Yeah, neutralize that. You saw the flash. You saw the flash there from Urian from Classico.
I know. All right. I think you did fine. That's just one or two small decisions. Yeah.
I like quick advice from one of your teammates, not even the captain, just quick advice. Something to think about. Already looking a little better.
I like the idea, the attitude that XSK Samurai presented. He played just fine, just do what he can. He wasn't too far away from getting that W.
Dash up. Just a Kid looking a lot more confident. You can tell by that last match. Jump back just to stop the EX knees, and once again just tagging him with them heavy buttons. Roundhouse EX to get through.
Great awareness there with the cartwheel. Just a Kid gonna keep him locked down here with that. We found the gap.
Oh, had a chance. Back throw. He has one more mirror. He can make something big happen. Spins the EX. Activate on the block, walks back, mini shimmy into that medium kick, and during that activation, you should be afraid the entire time, especially versus a jury like Just a Kid. You have now seen him do it enough times to be actually afraid of it.
On hitter block, he's still going to go into that same sequence, so it's going to be even better for Just a Kid to kind of bait you out. That's exactly what he's looking for every time he's in trigger.
Yeah, he's got him swinging in some way.
Oh, that's what we talked about, storing that V skill, getting out of that fireball neutral game against Classico's Urian.
Classico tightening up just a little bit. The jump back. Wow. The recovery on the headbutt gets clipped by the crouching light punch from Jury.
Oh, trapped himself in the corner. Great movement there from Just a Kid, anticipating that knee drop.
And dashes into the corner. Gets the up. Wow, he was ready for it. I thought he had a full combo conversion.
I thought he was going to uppercut through it. That would have been crazy if he got that juggle. Classico. Oh, and he gets thrown so close. Just a Kid.
One more. Ooh,
Just a Kid.
To you, buddy. All right. The real final ball. Oh, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad from Just a Kid. Okay, now, we've seen Classico try to kind of adapt towards Jury, right, being an offensive monster, right? Caught him off guard with that backup medium kick. I think that's going to be a lot of information for XSK Samurai going into the round with that Akuma, right? Being able to use his main against Alexis Jury, but I do not really recall seeing these two fight ever.
Yeah, I'm not familiar if they've ever actually fought each other in a regular tournament, but it doesn't change what's about to happen right now. This is 2 out of 3. Whoever wins, this is the last player on both teams right now. This is going to be scary no matter what.
I mean, I'm sure they've played a multitude of times online, but again, in this kind of scenario, it's a whole different story. Just a Kid hanging on for Team Psycho. Can they weather the Team Storm? We'll see what happens. Samurai doing a great job so far, keeping that composure as well. Akuma versus Jury is what you can expect, and so far it's been absolutely nuts from both teams. These guys have been very, very verbal. Actually, more so with Team Psycho than the other team, than Team Storm. They've been keeping their calm composure.
And you can tell it's affected the rest of the team, right? Classico typically one of those players. He likes to pop off a little bit, but even him being affected by the calmness of Mr. Samurai, saying, you know what, let me stay a little more collected, and has them in this situation, though. This is the last chance for either one of these teams to win, especially on the second week here after teams have been formed. This is going to be good. 2 out of 3, name of the game. Like I said, both of these players are at their strongest. I hate to keep repeating it, but both of them at their strongest. They have their main characters.
Their team captains were eliminated right out the gate, right? I mean, that's what happens when you ban their main characters. I definitely said ban. It was definitely a word fumble, but I'll tell you what. Samurai, might have been a slight missed input there. Might have been a walk-up jab.
What? The swagginess? Did you? I definitely just saw that.
Is that one of the trial combos? Is that what that was?
Okay, Just a Kid. You're really showing me some colors right now. I dig it. Up against Samurai.
The side switch after the... the anti-air jab. There's so much mobility with Jury. It's so hard to tell on the way down. Activation into V-trigger. Again, that medium kick can be a big problem. He's going to go into that sequence anyway, Steve. Back throw, just a kid.
A lot of people don't understand. Jury's jab has so much range, so that activation is really going to help out. You try to walk in on her, she can use standing medium kick. You see him fishing with standing hard kick as well. You don't want to get into that range where she can throw those buttons out, because a lot of times we've seen just the kid confirm. Okay, tries to go for the air-to-air. That's not bad. It's not a bad option.
Oh, what a smart play there from Just Kid. Air throw, sit him down, stopping one of the most important tools in Akuma's kit, the EX Demon Flip.
And we know that's pivotal into shutting him down, especially in some of these trigger options he has.
Oh, that's going to be, okay.
Just a little too late on it. Takes the space instead. Not a bad thing. Sometimes you block that EX that is negative. Just take the space. Take that movement. Take that screen positioning. Block on the slide. There's the activation. We've seen it time and time again.
Great call. Punishing that view reversal right on cue.
What a jab to stop the
air throw again. No buttons pressed there from Samurai, but he's still locked down. He tried to contest with the stand jab. No dice. Just a kid applying that pressure. No longer in threat of V-trigger. Is Samurai jumps out of the corner.
I love that awareness.
Uh-oh. Wait, critical art. Finessed.
No, jumps into it. The
It's
air
okay.
fireball. Charges up B-skill just a tad.
Oh, check with the medium kick. Such a good button. Nice throw tech there from Samurai. Oh, and he called that. Tori was just like, yo, check that.
I can't believe he walked. So Jury's back walk speed is so much faster, and he's aware of it. He's like, you know what? Oh, you're gonna jump? I'm just gonna hold back. That's cool. Oh, now I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna air to air you. It's so smart to play that way, and just a kid doing so much work right now.
You already did the work, baby. Let's go home. Let's go home.
He sounds like he's calling back an assassin. Come home. You did a great job, kid.
The war's over.
The war's over.
There's nothing left to fight for anymore.
All right, Samurai needs to make, and Samurai's no stranger to this, right? He knows how to make the rebuttal. He knows how to shift gears and get back in control. As you can see, already has the corner in his favor.
Oh, what a good call there, because in that situation, Akuma can't press a button. Instead, Just a Kid snuck in. Anti-air, other side, EX uppercut. Samurai was ready for it.
Samurai has some of the best placed EX DPs in the business.
Oh, incoming V-trigger. Yeah, the rest of it. Still has some left.
This is scary right now.
Samurai is forced to block, hasn't teched the throw because I don't blame him. He might get frame trapped, caught with the EX fireball on the way down, dodged the bullet of Samurai on the board for game 2.
That was really smart. He had noticed that Just a Kid had been dashing under him, checking him with the standing jab, and sometimes it's a jump light. He says, you know what, I'm gonna lag it a little bit, use the EX to delay my fall just to get the hit. Just a Kid wasn't ready. That's a round for Samurai.
Really great observation there. Samurai getting the hit confirm off the medium kick into the red fireball. Good amount of damage, a little bit of push. Ooh.
That scared me. I was mad. I dodged in real life. There he is. He's using that to change his trajectory. That's another thing that's really good in this matchup. The fact that he has dive kick, he has demon flip. He can change it up just a little bit, make her second guess those air-to-airs.
Oh, again, trying to get away with the jump. Samurai has been really, really great in sniping out these air attempts. Yeah, the demon flip kick, not as strong as it used to be.
Full CA available for Just a Kid. He needs to be careful.
Oh.
Samurai trying to walk out.
Oh, okay. There's going to be a big-time punish. He does have critical on deck. He dropped it.
Air-to-air this time once again. Knockdown back into the corner. Jumps just to get out. Baits out the V reversal. Just a Kid.
Ooh, that could have been a confirm. Or Samurai. He walked up, didn't even flinch. He went for the throw, and Just the Kid wasn't ready for it. Tie game.
This is terrifying. He just held for it in Street Fighter. You can tell when somebody stops for it.
What a solid read from Samurai. He wasn't even afraid. He walked up to him in his face like, I'm a grab. A little bit of worry there from Team Captain Toy. I think that's the quietest I've seen him.
Now let him play his game. He's aware of that. That first game was really, really clean for Just a Kid. Small adjustments have to be made sometimes just to keep that lead, just to keep that momentum. We already know Akuma does not have that much life, and Just a Kid willing to show you just how much damage Jury can do.
I like the control that Just Kid's presenting there with those normals, but Samurai finds his way out, but it costs him a lot of life to do it, right?
You saw Just a Kid fishing for a button right there with that hard kick.
And Again, that side switch, some mobility. I like the answers for the EX Demon Flip, Steve.
It's the throw once again. Just a kid in so much control. Life just slightly in his favor. Now more than half.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Common activation route. Red fireball into V-trigger there from Samurai. Just to get his offense started.
Cannot take to the air right now. Samurai, do not go to the air, because if you do, you're going to be in trouble.
He can't hear you, Steve. He's got the headset on.
Good. That's why I can talk this loud.
Oh, Lord.
Tries to beat him in the air this time. Gets the palm. That will be the round. And look at this. He still has full CA. He didn't have to use anything.
And you know Just a Kid is really good with those confirms to go into critical art, but he might use it for EX. Who knows? But Samurai, a crucial error there, putting him at the deficit.
Game, match, and team battle point right now. Damn, once again, you cannot be that close to him. That standing.
My man Toy scared everybody in the room. This one.
Okay. Walk up, low forward in the fireball. Not gonna get it knocked down just to get through. That's not a true block stream.
Good awareness. Look at the damage plus the carry. Spending 2 bars, well worth it for Just a Kid because this man's a battery the way he recharges his CA.
And look, gets the corner as well. Demon Flip actually falls out the EX. We haven't seen too many. We haven't seen too many EXs.
The ground game is what Samurai needs to focus on. Still manages to get the air approach, the fierce, connecting it to Just a Kid. Activation of the trigger is gonna be a lot of damage. He goes through with the pinwheel and he finishes it up. Just a Kid eliminating Team Storm.
Let's go! That's my boy! Let's go! That's my boy! Look at that!
Let's go, bro. This dude. Let's go.
You feel me?
Yes.
Boy! That was sick! That was sick! Boy, your jury's ass! Did you see that?
I hope you could hear everything that was just going on because I heard it through my headset. I hope you guys picked it up at home. Toy is ecstatic right now.
I think he's happy that he won.
It might be the case. I mean, his team does get the W. Did we see? We saw it. We saw it. So we commentated the hell out of it. That was
good.
That was such a sick reaction. Just the Kid familiarity with the matchup. Let's take a look at how it all went down. Man, that was a set. Again, taking away one of the main tools that Akuma has in his kit that makes him so powerful, that EX Demon Flip, right?
And you saw a few times where, like, Just a Kid was flustered, right? He made a few drops, but still was able to collect himself and bring it back. You see right here, Samurai, a little bit controlled. Life lead almost worked out. Looked like he tried to backdash at the end of that string, and that's what changed the momentum. This gave Just a Kid a chance to close it out, and that's all it took. And of course, your boy Toy jumped up and let them know how he felt about that transaction of matches.
You already know how we feel about it. We've experienced quite the jury play. I did not expect it because, again, it's a character that's very much so under the radar, but you only saw it first here at Street Fighter League, man.
We spoke about what happens when you think someone else is more of a threat than another player. We've been speaking about it the entire day, and this is what I personally was talking about. If you think that that's the most important part of a 3v3 team, you're sadly mistaken, because now you have to worry about those characters you don't know as much about. You get a character specialist like Just a Kid to come here and show you how to deal with all these different matchups. It's truly something. Like I said, this is the next generation of Street Fighter players that we're looking at, and I'm fast becoming a fan of Just a Kid, but man, Team Psycho is going to take it over Team Storm. What an amazing team battle we just witnessed.
I know we had Team Gale standing by in the studio kind of watching alongside that beatdown. I kind of want to see what their thoughts were, and Rip is going to do just that. He's standing by with Team Gale.
Unbelievable stuff. I cannot believe it. Congratulations to you guys, but man, that was fantastic to both teams, really. Your thoughts, though, on that pop-off from Toy at the end?
You know, I'm actually, I want to say I'm not surprised because, like, you know, that's a good friend of mine and everything. I know how he gets down, but he did a full somersault, bro. I hope you guys got that on camera. He did a full somersault and like a jumping jack.
There was definitely a jumping jack.
Yo, he just got mad fit. That was godlike. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Exactly, and of course, you guys are the team to beat right now. You guys came out strong early. You took out Justin Wong's team 3-0. And, you know, Shine, I want to ask you, really, because Toy came over here. He said, your jury's ass compared to his boys over there. What do you think about that?
I want to see him doing somersaults when he's picking birdie against my jury.
Damn! Oh, man. Of course, that is going to wrap up the matches that we have for this week. But make sure you guys tune in next week. We'll have more matches for all these guys. Let's send it back to Vicious and Tasty Steve.
Well, man, I like that. It's setting up for the following week, and I personally cannot wait. In the meantime, let's take a look at the current standing from this week's battles.
Gonna take a look at this team infographic, and as you can see, the first team, NuckleDu, Shine, and Rob TV, because of the most wins, they will have the lead here as the first team, and of course, Team Gale #1. Team number 2, second place will go to Team Inferno. That's going to be Punk's team. Third place, you just saw him show out with the help of just the kid. Team Psycho, third place. Fourth place, Team Storm. We saw a lot of strong play. Classico got to go off a little bit. Samurai got to go off a bit. That's still going to leave him there. Idom left a little bit to the imagination. Fifth place is going to go to Team Frost. We saw a really good team composition, up to snuff, showed out a little bit. Dual Kevin did some work, and Nephew shows his team is ready. And sixth place goes to Justin Wong's Team Spirit, Brian F. and Psycho down at the very bottom. And it's just a scary situation to be in, but we mentioned this. This is a 2-time round robin tournament. We're gonna have to, these guys are gonna have to play again, and I hope they use what they got from this set to carry over and hopefully change the outcome in their favor.
That's right. Team Gale kind of set themselves up with that trash talk against Team Psycho, but that's not going to be the teams fighting next week. We actually have them queued up a couple weeks after, right? In the meantime, the set that's going to be happening, I'll tell you right now, for next week's Street Fighter League, it's going to be Team Inferno with Punk leading the pack going up against Team Storm with Idom, and then it's going to be Team Frost versus Team Gale. It's going to be Nephew versus NuckleDu, and then to round out week number 3. Man, I'm flustered. We got Justin Wong with Team Spirit going up against Captain Toy and Team Psycho.
Team Psycho.
I like that a lot. So there's a lot to really think about in a lot of the team battles that just happened, right? There was just so much action. A lot of the drama came mostly from the character bans.
Well, I know a lot of people, when we first unveiled the character bans, a lot of people were like, oh man, what's gonna happen now? Obviously, you're just gonna ban the strongest player that you feel on the team, and we saw how that played out. You still have those players that they picked that followed up the team aspect kicking in here, and just the kid, one of those people that stood out. Classico, one of those people that also stood out, getting a win, keeping their team alive. That's how this all rounds out, and it looks really good.
I liked it a lot.
I loved it. I loved it. The fact that you had to put so much strategy into taking out another team down to banning one of their main picked possible characters just to get the W. I can't wait. We got more weeks. This is 11 weeks of this.
It's still been very unpredictable as well because you're aiming for the best player, right? But it still comes down to the character or the player order too, depending on how that goes down, because there still could be a mismatch depending on how it goes down between the two teams' picks, because it's completely blind on both sides of the table. So we saw how that went down throughout this entire day in week number 2, right? And then there's just so much more to look forward to here in the Street Fighter League Pro US Season 1. These guys are fighting it out for a really, really hefty prize. Again, just over $50,000 in that prize purse for the top 3 teams, and the top 2 teams being invited back for Season 2 to duke it out, and plenty more surprises to come.
Well, I think that's a nice way to send off week 2. I can't wait to see the rest of these teams actually clash and go head to head and see who comes out on top. But like we said before, man, this is not the end. Hopefully you guys join us next week. You definitely better join us next week. You guys want to see how it ends? We're going to tell you how it ends. Make sure you join us. See you then. What an exciting set.
You ready for that?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,